I have become a huge fan of watching school board meetings now. I treat it like a sport. But I'm not really cheering for anyone, I'm just there to appreciate the players going out there and giving it their best. I love watching this shit. With everything going on with masks and vaccines, school board meetings have become absolutely like a modern gladiatorial arena. It's extremely entertaining. And today I want to share the most recent one with you. This actually happened in my own backyard, the state of Florida. It's everything you'd expect from the state of Florida, just not with any bath salts at this, unfortunately. They said, hey, no drugs. So, unfortunately, we didn't get to see them playing at their optimal efficiency in their normal habitat. They were here sober, to the best of my knowledge, which I think is a bit of a shame. They should definitely change the rules at these school board meetings to allow for performance enhancers like meth, especially in Florida where it's just so common. But anyway, I'm going to show you some of the clips of the people going up there to talk, but I do want to say there was a fist fight there. And I can't show you the video because, unfortunately, I think YouTube would take it down. So I'm just going to do my best to paint a picture with words for you. Imagine your old librarian from middle school. You know, she's a bit of an old battle axe, right? You know, a little slippery scallywag. She's not very nice, and she's a bit of a wino. She hits the wine pretty hard, and she's squaring off against your own mother. Like, your actual mom is there. And I want you to imagine them locked into a bout of Mortal Kombat, but as if they were both drunk zombies. So nothing's really landing. And then eventually one of them gets like a titty push in. She goes for like a one-handed titty shove. So she shoves her titty back. And then it gets broken up by a police officer. There were some fists flying, but nothing connecting. They were throwing out some wet noodles. But it's like both of them needed glasses and decided not to wear them that day. So they were just like punching air. You know, it wasn't really even close to the target. It's like they were trying to punch ghosts around their target, or like fighting their spirit. So none of the punches landed except for the booby thrust, and then it gets broken up. But there was one person that really stood out to me in the fight. She wasn't directly participating, but it's this woman right here, wearing a full American flag dress. So we had a real patriot in attendance that day. Fucking female Duke Nukem over here just loves America, and she's there just trying to show her support for helping kids get sick. I am sorry the quality's a little low on that screenshot. It looks like a picture of Sasquatch. I'm sorry about that. That's the best quality I could find of her attire. But anyway, let me get into showing you the actual school board meeting clips.
I'm going to tell you that your time is up. The people of the state and this district are rising up, and you have awakened a sleeping beast.
That's right, baby. The beast is up and angry, ready to tear scalp from skull at the upcoming WrestleMania. I bet when she wrote that, she thought it sounded really cool and intimidating, but all I get is like 1990s Attitude Era WWE promotionals in my head.
Beast.
Maybe the reason why we have people in the hospitals all this mask wearing. Did we ever think of that? Did we ever think of that?
Oh wow, now there is a thinker. Oh man, yeah, I don't know if we ever stopped to consider that. Maybe it is the masks that are making everyone sick. Wow, she's really blowing the case wide open. She has like the actual thought processes of a child. You know, is she then going to start lobbying that we remove cracks from pavement because if you step on a crack, you break your mama's back?
Putting a mask on those children is robbing them of their education. You are robbing these kids of their developmental rights in terms of education. Are you educators? Don't you know that?
She is making a good point. Everyone knows that your brain turns off when your mouth is covered. Every time you go to eat something and your mouth gets full, like you just go fucking full brain dead for a split second. Everyone knows that. So she's at least making sense here. You simply cannot learn while wearing a mask, obviously. I mean, how are you expected to do mathematics if there's a mask over your face, right? Like it's simple, it's elementary, really. I wonder if anyone ever told this lady that doctors and surgeons typically wear a mask when performing important operations. But that's probably a lie. I mean, the government probably made that up. I mean, you usually go under when you have like really important surgery. So you're asleep. They're probably not wearing a mask, and you're just being lied to. Since you haven't seen it with your own eyes, they're probably not actually wearing a mask. And if they were, they'd be drooling over themselves because their brain would be off. Like you can't do anything when you have a mask on, obviously, as she's saying. So yeah, no, that's probably a lie. They're probably, when they're doing surgery, they're probably wearing like a leather jacket with like a cigar in their mouth or something, so that way they can really focus. Mrs. Claus here really is on to something. Like, you just can't learn if you're wearing a mask, and that's a really good argument, I think. Like, there's a lot of merit to that statement, if you're the dumbest fucking person on earth.
I want to talk about the real pandemic, child sex trafficking. By putting masks on these kids' face, you can't identify any of them.
What? Excuse me? Buddy, it's a school board meeting. For a second there, I thought he was going to start, like, complaining as, like a child sex trafficker himself. You know, it's like, I can never tell what their age is anymore, god damn it, and it's making my profession as a human trafficker much more difficult, god damn it, so this needs to go.
They don't care about your children. As a matter of fact, they hate them. They hate your kids. They hate my kids. They hate your kids. They hate my kids. Get it?
Yeah, fucking busting out some stinky rhymes there for a second. She was about to go into a full-blown freestyle for him. I'm pretty sure everyone that showed up here to demand that masks be ripped off of kids' faces are the ones that actually hate their own kids. I don't think they even view them as their own children. I think they just view them as like political tools or something to enforce their own beliefs and agenda. So I think they're really kind of the ones that hate the kids. But that goes against the song she was about to bust out there, the little nursery rhyme she was working up. But like there's just, I'm sure even like a 9-year-old can recognize like there's nothing to be lost by having a mask over your face. It's not like it's harmful. It's not like ruining your life. So what's the point? Even if you don't think it works, it's no different than just having a dress code at school. Like, if you go to a school and they say, hey, you can't have assless chaps, it's not like you're going to make a big hoopla about that. Like, no, I should be able to have my asshole exposed to the world, right? Like, it doesn't matter. If it's just part of the dress code, who cares, right? But to these people, it's more than just that. This is the only thing they have now. This is their whole personality, is just being against the mask and the vaccine. It's a stupid hill to literally die on. We've already seen, what, like 10 different radio hosts that kept preaching no mask, no vaccine, just literally die from it, and then talk about how much they regretted it. So, I mean, it's a cycle that seems to want to continue. And I feel bad for the kids because it's their parents that are trying to hurt them just because they have a stupid belief. They are literally going to Gangnam Style on the corpse of their own kid for it. And I don't think they're going to care either. But I just wanted to say that because I think she's really the one that hates her own kids, and she's just kind of projecting that on the school board that she's whining and complaining to.
99.9 live through this flu, especially the kids, and the data proves that too. Science and laws shouldn't be changing so fast. Has Nuremberg taught us nothing of medical tyranny in the past?
This guy's face really says it all. She brought up Nuremberg. Good lord. Like, some of these people are just too far gone, to be honest. Like, there's just nothing you can do. They just desperately need something to cling to that they feel makes them unique or makes them feel smart, and this is what they've chosen. And I don't think many of these families ever really admit when they're wrong. I do remember not long ago, there was a family who 2 different members of the family died, and they ran 2 GoFundMe campaigns and still kept saying no mask, no vaccine, even in their own fucking GoFundMe campaigns, as they were lobbying for money for funeral services for the 2 members that died from it. So it's just one of those things, man. I don't know what you do about it except just sit back and laugh at them anymore. Like, there's just nothing you can do. They refuse to believe, like, the most basic understanding of anything, and it sucks, but it's a pretty fucking lit school board meeting, right? Like, the content from the school board meeting's pretty fucking A tier. Of course, I feel super bad for the kids because they didn't choose to have stupid parents. It's just really unlucky. And yeah, I just wanted to share some more cool school board meetings with all of you, and that's about it. So yeah. When you hear the term risk taker or daredevil, you typically think of someone skydiving, base jumping, free climbing a huge fucking mountain, stating their opinion on Twitter. These are typically what people think of, but for me, I think of stand-up comedians. I think there's no bigger risk than risking the eternal embarrassment and sleepless nights going through a bombed set of stand-up comedy. I feel like when you go up on stage as a stand-up comedian and your shit is not landing, you know, you go up there, hey, what's the deal with penis, huh? And dead silence, there's nothing quite as heartbreaking, gut-wrenching, or devastating. Like, just imagine how horrible that must be. Volunteering to go up on stage to try and make people laugh, but nobody's fucking laughing, and God forbid someone's heckling, maybe someone even says boo. Oh, boo would just ring in your ears for life. It'd be like tinnitus, but if it was constantly insulting you and reminding you of the worst moment in your fucking life, make you want to cut your ear off like Ludwig von Beethoven. So I think stand-up comedians are big risk takers, and today I want to show you a man that laid it all on the line to deliver stand-up comedy at the worst possible place for it, a city council meeting.
Hey, I'm Uriah. was really awkward doing the Pledge of Allegiance because I'm Canadian, so I kind of went with it. I did vote in the last election, even though I'm Canadian. I'm like, let's see what happens. If a Russian can vote, why can't I, right?
Introducing our anime protagonist here, this is Uriah. He posted this video himself, so there's definitely a level of self-awareness here, though I can't imagine this is how he wanted the set to go, just getting fucking ass blasted by silence. Like, I swear to God, this video is more quiet than the time Squidward went to that place to be all alone in SpongeBob. It's rough. His first joke kind of resonates with the crowd. You heard a few giggles, a couple chuckles, maybe even a little knee slap somewhere in the back. But from there, it's all downhill.
Being from Canada, I'm not used to the sun, you know? So it's just sitting there, you know, on the bench, sweating like a Republican applying for food stamps.
The way that he's looking around the room, scanning everyone's face, trying to find even the faintest smile at his jokes is actually heartbreaking. It is absolutely pulling on my heartstrings. It's like when a kid and his mom gets separated at a grocery store, so the kid starts panicking and he's like frantically looking for his mom through the aisles, just looking for this glimmer of hope, like, where is she? Like, it's actually sad. It looks like the fucking John Travolta meme where he like looks around and confused, like, oh, well, you know, why is no one laughing? It's a bad location for it, but I at least admire the fucking fat nutsack on this guy to come here and try. Obviously, I think the intention here was to have a viral video, or at least a headline saying something like, City Council meeting in Santa Barbara gets pushed off the rails as the members erupt into fits of laughter when the goofy Uriah comes in with a side-splitting comedy routine. These City Council members were expecting to tackle heavy subject matter today, such as picking up your dog's shit on the sidewalk, when all of a sudden, Uriah hit him with a stand-up routine. I imagine that's probably what he envisioned here, but unfortunately we don't live in that multiverse where that actually happened. Instead, we live in this fucking cursed universe where Uriah went in there and it fell flat on its fucking ass.
I never have issues parking. I don't know. I feel weird. I can always park. I went down to Las Vegas to be part of the, you know, the Blue Man Group. And then my car broke down. They say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. In this case, it was my car in my dreams. Because, see, I had AAA, but, you know, I'm from Canada, right? So I had the Canadian version. It's when 3 Canadians get out and fight over who's going to help you. AAA.
He's starting to find his zone a little bit. He's hitting joke after joke. A full combination blow here of comedy, but no one really seems to appreciate it there, except for the guy behind him who's got a smile on his face. Though it's hard to know if he's smiling at the jokes or the very uncomfortable situation that is spawning in the room. It's hard not to admire the confidence it took to do this, but if you're gonna step into the Thunderdome here, you gotta have some fire material so you don't end up with a situation like this. You know, hit him with the old city council, more like titty council, honk honk. That gets him every time. That puts some smile on those faces, I'll tell you what. And you get him with like a classic. What did my butthole say when I put a finger in it? Nothing. It couldn't talk. It's a butthole, idiots. Stupid face. Yeah, that would slay at the city council, I bet. So, you know, that'd be my advice to any future city council comedians. Just make sure your material is top notch. Like, these aren't robots. They're soulless, sure, but you know, there's still some human emotion somewhere deep in there. And I'm sure if you just tickle the right spot on them, they'd laugh. You just gotta make sure the material's good enough.
I've never had more respect for city council than what you guys probably are feeling right now with me talking. I am American. I didn't commit voter fraud. That was a joke. Just to clear things up with the gentleman in the back, the police officer.
I'm glad we set the record straight there. It would have actually been pretty top-tier comedy if he actually did get carried away in handcuffs because they thought he did commit voter fraud. That would have been pretty wild and wacky. I don't know what's going on with the guy behind him that's not smiling. He looks very curious. He looks like an undercover police officer in a sting operation. I don't know why throughout this entire video he's been like analyzing Uriah so thoroughly, hanging on every word. I'm just saying his attentiveness is concerning.
I work in the funk zone and I hate it. Everyone asks me, is this the funk zone? Yes. Jeez. Have any of you guys rode the Greyhound before? The Greyhound is the Cards Against Humanity of travel. You just never know if you're gonna get stabbed. Am I right? Ah.
I've never rode the Greyhound, so I don't know.
I'm wasting my time thinking. People don't think anymore. I'm like a live Twitter feed at this point. You know what I mean? I was watching. No, I wasn't.
Mr. Westman, thank you
That's
so
my
much.
time. Hey.
No, that's it. Thank you.
All in all, it definitely could have been worse. He could have been arrested. Meteor could have hit the city council. I mean, there's definitely worse things that I could imagine happening there. But this was pretty bad. That's definitely in like the top 5 of the all-time worst things that could happen, shy of like an apocalyptic event localized entirely to that city council headquarters. It was rough. It definitely was rough, but I will say he at least ended on a banger with the "I was watching, no I wasn't." For a moment there, he was gonna go for something else and said, "It's just not fucking worth it. You know, let's just pump the brakes right now. I'm not even gonna bother." So I don't know what the fuck he was watching or wasn't watching, but he left it on a cliffhanger, and that's how you do it right there. Pretty good, all things considered, I'd say. That's about it. See ya. 3 a.m. The scariest hour of all 24. It's the hour where the hash-slinging slasher will come out and jerk you off too hard if you've been naughty. You thought the 3 a.m. challenge was dead? You thought it was finally safe to sleep with both eyes closed? You thought you didn't have to worry about getting a late-night phone call from a Ouija board while you were coloring in your coloring book? You thought right, that fucking 3 a.m. challenge trend is super dead, but there's still one man, one brave hero, one martyr, still trying to squeeze that last bit of juice out of it, still trying to milk the dried out titties of the 3 a.m. challenge. His name's J-Station. All he makes is shitty 3 a.m. content. For those of you who don't know what it is, it's just where limp-dicked YouTubers just exploit whatever big meme or trend is going on at 3 a.m. Like, don't send a fax to Dame tu cosita at 3 a.m. Don't say Freddy Fazbear's name 3 times into your bathroom mirror while flicking the lights on and off. Don't call Watto at 3 a.m. because he might ask you to pod race. Just stupid shit like that. J-Station's the last one I know of that's still doing it, so let's go ahead and tune into his newest upload.
What the hell? Yo, Jay! God. Oh my god, bro. I swear on everything, that's the doppelganger. You swear to God. I swear to God. What the hell? Yo, Jay, I'm telling you, that's the doppelganger. What's poppin', guys? Back with another 3 a.m. challenge.
Calling ourselves on FaceTime at 3 a.m. Gone wrong. Well, I'm fucking hooked already. What a terrifying concept. I would never FaceTime myself in broad daylight, let alone at 3 a.m. J-Station is a fucking fearless champion of lit savagery.
3 a.m. together, guys. Jordan was here with me on the first day that I FaceTime myself, and my doppelganger actually came to the house.
Hey Jay, was it you or your doppelganger that got arrested at Disney? I didn't read the story or the reasons why, but when I typed your name on Google when I was trying to find out why your Twitter account got banned, this is the first thing that popped up.
It's rumored if you call yourself at 3 a.m. on FaceTime, your doppelganger, aka your dark twin, will pick up on FaceTime and come for you. This actually works, guys.
No, it doesn't. And what do you mean it's rumored? I've never heard that rumor. Where did you even find that? On the fucking scary ghost story campfire section on the Minecraft forums?
And are gonna FaceTime our own phone numbers at 3 o'clock in the morning, guys. This is gonna be a banger. Let's hit 50,000 likes. The last video got 1.5 million views. Smash the like button right now.
Smash that like button, lit fam. If this video hits 50,000 likes, I'll flex my asshole on video camera at 3 a.m. Never know what might happen there.
Boxes. I could literally make a haunted box fort mansion. I know, that would be so lit, guys. Like, why throw them out? I should definitely make that box fort mansion.
It's gonna be a banger video, bro.
Guys, smash the like button right now if you want to see that video.
Alright, well I think that idea sucks urethra, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave one of these bad boys right here. Bang.
Okay, so he's calling his own number, guys. Nobody call his number. Like, don't ruin his freaking phone number.
Nobody call my number.
I'm freaking scared, dude. It's keeping on ringing. Bro, this is crazy.
Bro, guys, one time I sent an email to myself, my own fucking email address. I got it in my sent folder and my inbox folder. Shit was fucking crazy. Damn, this is wild what we're watching right here. Jesus Christ, J-Station and, J-Station lookalike clone douchebag guy, they're fucking pioneers. This shit is insane, edge of your seat type action.
Are you joking right now? It actually worked?
What the hell, dude?
What the Why?
No.
Yo, I can't believe this is working right now. Oh my god. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
Oh baby, all those years of high school drama are really paying off here. Real method actors out here. Fucking watch out, Oscars. They're gonna sweep every category. It's fucking incredible what they've done here with this performance. I feel like I'm watching one of those old, like, 2008 Joker impression videos where a lot of people in their dorm room are doing Joker impressions poorly. Except this is that times 10.
Please don't come after me, please.
Bro, I don't know what to do.
What are you gonna do? What's my family gonna say now?
Well, luckily I'm not part of your family, so far be it from me to tell you what they're going to say, but if I had to venture a guess, they're probably going to say you're fucking insane and suffering a schizophrenic episode.
Yo, he hung up!
What the hell?
He hung up on me, bro!
Dude, what the hell do we do? I knew this was gonna go wrong, bro.
What do you mean you knew it was going to go wrong? Isn't this exactly how you would want it to play out? I'm going to go ahead and suspend my disbelief and pretend to be a fucking brain-dead 4-year-old here and accept that this is real. So at a conceptual level, didn't you want to call and have them answer? I don't think you wanted to call and have absolutely nothing happen. Oh, we're going to FaceTime our own number at 3 a.m. Oh, they didn't answer. Shit. Well, hey, remember to smash that fucking like button for the try.
Okay, maybe guys, I'll call mine and I'll tell Jordan on the doppelganger world to not come. I'll just tell him we're sorry and try to get him not to actually come. Please.
Shitty tattoos Danny Phantom over here with a bulletproof plan. I'll call the ghost dimension, the doppelganger world, and ask them not to come over, and I'll apologize. The fuck are you apologizing for anyway? Doppelganger world is probably boring as shit. You probably just made their night. Probably sucks over there, especially because they have to be your dumbass doppelgangers. They're probably happy as shit. There's nothing to apologize for.
Yo, dude, we are sorry. Tell Jordan not to come.
Please. Oh my god, Jay.
What the hell?
Please tell him not to come.
I'm sorry. Oh my god. Tell him not to come.
Oh my god, Jay.
What did I do? Oh my god.
Well, I mean, that has to at least be a little embarrassing to film, right? You have to feel some level of shame.
Oh my god. Dude, he hung up the phone. What the hell do we do, bro?
Yo,
We shouldn't have done this, dude.
I was sitting here for a good 2 minutes trying to figure out what those lines are going down the back of his ear. At first I thought it was like bird shit because there's a bird right to the left of it, but that wouldn't make any sense because the bird's not going to shit out of its mouth, and especially not that frequently like that. The only explanation that I came up with that made sense for the tattoo is that the artist must have dozed off while tattooing behind his ear and just made those lines as they were falling asleep.
Yeah, it's still locked, bro. Where'd he go?
Now that's how you do a jump scare. Poorly. Jump scares are usually pretty shitty, but this one somehow takes the cake of being the worst one. This almost feels like a mic drop on jump scares. Like, I honestly feel like that just killed jump scares across the board. Like, you know how when Gangnam Style got big and your parents started doing it, and then everyone just wanted Gangnam Style to go away? That's what J-Station just did to jump scares.
Should I go on?
I have nothing to say about that. I really fucking like that a lot. Fucking nearly fell over opening the door, trying to be like a scary doppelganger guy coming in. I can already look at like his script note. Well, I'm giving way too much credit. They didn't have a script for this clearly because the whole thing is just, bro, guys, man, banger, lit. It's the whole dialogue here, but I can already imagine like what they were saying. Like, how should I open this door? How can I make it scary? Okay, why don't you just open the door? Oh, okay, that's a good idea. I'll do that.
There's a freaking knife. Or that's scissors. It's better than nothing, yo. If he gets through, stab him, bro. Stab him. I know that's me, but you gotta do it.
Why do you have duct tape and scissors on your sink counter? You're up to some weird shit, J-Station. I think the guy we're following behind the camera might actually be the doppelganger.
I'm Jordan.
I don't know who to believe, bro.
That's the doppelganger. That's the doppelganger. Jay, you gotta believe me.
Oh shit, this is quite a pickle Jay finds himself in. Quick, ask him questions only the real Jordan would know. Alright, tough guys, how small is my dick then? Whew. Hope you were wearing your diapers, because you definitely needed that. Definitely soiled. Well, there's the 3 a.m. challenge. As you can see, it's still fucking awful. See ya. Alright, I went down the dark and depressing rabbit hole of weird family vlog YouTube channels. Not that that's its own category, because every family vlog channel on YouTube I think is weird. And I just want to talk about it today. It's been bothering me for the last couple days, and I'm just going to pop the zit here for a little relief, just to talk about it. I think family vlog channels is super creepy. I think it really hurts your whole family, especially because all of these family vlog channels focus on their kids mainly. So I genuinely can't wrap my head around growing up with a camera in my face every single day throughout my entire developing years. It has to be horrible. It just feels so fake, so forced, and it feels like there's nothing private in these kids' lives anymore. It's just completely open for strangers to watch them grow up. And it's even like these strangers are helping to raise your kids. It's like this awful parasocial relationship with creepy people on YouTube in the comments watching and judging your parenting and your kids. It's fucking terrifying. Like, I remember one time when I was 8 years old, I got naked and put my wiener on a pile of dirty laundry and then pissed all over it. If I did that today, well, not today as like a 27-year-old man, I'd just go to jail. But if I did that today, like if I was 8 years old and I did that, that'd probably be like a fucking million view family vlog video right there. That'd just be like the thumbnail, like, my son did what to our laundry? Like, everything for these families gets filmed and posted on YouTube because it makes them money and somehow has an audience. I think it's just super fucking creepy. These parents are just using their kids as props in their videos in order to make money off of it. It feels like fucking child labor to a certain extent. They're like the main draw, they're the main actors, and yet they don't benefit from it at all. They don't see a dime of that shit. Like, yeah, maybe they'll get some cool toys or whatever, but it's not like they are actually able to consent to being like the main character in your horrible YouTube production. They're just kids. Like, take for example Ryan Toy Reviews. That kid is worth over $30 million. One of the most popular and most profitable channels on all of YouTube. That kid has not seen a dime of that, I bet. It all goes to his parents, who are absolutely living it up with that money. Ryan's been like 6 years old for the last 10 years. He's like fucking Ash Ketchum. The kid has to be approaching like 14 by this point, but he is still doing the same thing, and his parents are still the main beneficiary from his work. Now, of course, I'm sure there's some level of fun where he just gets to play with toys. It makes his parents happy. He gets more toys, and it's just this cycle. Like, yeah, I'm sure it's not the most evil situation in the world, but it's still extremely weird. All of these family vlog channels strike me as just a bunch of narcissists who found a way to make money using their kids and using the least amount of effort possible just by shoving a camera in their family's face at all hours of the day. Like, there's a popular meme that went around last year where it was this picture here. Zam, she's only 12, so spicy. This comes from a family vlog channel with over 8.7 million subs. Now, the girl in their thumbnail wasn't actually 12, but I still censored it just in case. You can see that some of these families with these channels are fucking weird. Clickbaiting child porn for your audience is not okay. Like, who the fuck does the Prince family think is watching them? Jared Fogle? Like, are they trying to appeal to, like, pedophiles or something? Like, what the fuck was the point in taking a woman in her bra and panties, calling her 12, and then saying she's spicy on your thumbnail? It's fucking weird. Now, I want to make it clear, I don't think every family with a vlog channel is a dysfunctional group of goofballs that, you know, hurt their kids or make their kids' lives miserable. I'm not saying that. I'm sure there are some genuinely wholesome families out there where the whole family just enjoys getting together, like, once a week, once every 2 weeks, maybe once a month, and doing like a family video together. I'm sure that exists. I have no doubt about it. I'm focusing more on the family vlog channels that are like daily or every couple of day posters that are literally at all hours shoving cameras in their kid's face. It's not healthy, and these families are not doing a great job of raising their kids. I'm not like some kind of fucking child psychology expert or anything, but I think I can say with confidence, no one growing up wants to be constantly monitored by complete strangers. Sounds like a nightmare, and God forbid you actually have like a serious problem, because then the whole world's gonna know about it. A lot of these family channels, their most popular videos are when their family's going through something rough. Like one of the kids breaks their arm, or one of the kids gets in trouble at school or something, and the video's them being disciplined, or them at the hospital, or crying. Those get the most views, which is why you see so many thumbnails with the kids in pain, or crying or something like traumatic going on. Like, you remember Daddy05? That was an extremely big controversy. That was a genuine abusive family that was actually hurting their kids for views on YouTube. I'm not going to go too deep into that, but I'm sure most of you remember. That's not exactly uncommon on the platform, I imagine. These videos where the kids are in distress, like just really upset about something or even injured, are really popular on these channels. I honestly wouldn't be surprised, and this is just a full-blown, like, Alex Jones level conspiracy here, full-blown tinfoil condom, but I really wouldn't be surprised to learn that a lot of these family channels actually set up these awful situations for their kids for the sake of views. Like, oh my god, my son, Nicholas, just got hit by a rogue baseball bat that flew out of a pickup truck that went by. It must have been a drive-by attempt where they threw a baseball bat at my son and it hit his ankles. Now they're clearly broken. Oh my god. Nicholas, are you okay? Oh, look at how hard he's crying. His ankles are truly shattered. Can we hit 100,000 likes on this video for my son's broken ankles? I'm gonna have to get him to a hospital. He's very upset. Oh my god. And the only thing that's gonna make him feel better is 100,000 likes on this video. And then you'll see, like, a week later, all of a sudden, oh my god, Nicholas fell off the top turnbuckle of our WWE wrestling ring and landed on a pit of broken glass that was just left there by some irresponsible builders. Oh my god, Nicholas, how are you feeling? Oh, can we hit 100,000 likes on this video? Nicholas is very upset and in pain. It's so sick. Really, just search any family vlog channel on YouTube and some of the most recent videos are probably going to be exactly what I'm talking about. Like here, this is the Prince family. 6 days ago, Grandpa gives kids a whooping. And then right before that, back to back, DJ almost drowns in the swimming pool. And then if you go to the most popular family vlog channel, the Ace family, literally their most recent upload, Steele got hurt bad on camera. Then in stars So Unexpected. Which just sounds like sarcasm. It just sounds like the Ace family is laughing about this, like, haha, yeah, Steele had no idea that one was coming. How unexpected, I get pranked. You know, like, it sounds like they're actually celebrating that Steele got hurt here, because it meant more views for them. And then if you go back a little bit more, the dog bit our baby, scary moment. Like, a lot of these videos, and it really doesn't take long to find them because there's so many on all of these family vlog channels. It's like they really, like, start pumping their fists like, yeah, my kids got hurt, there's gonna be big views. You can find so much of this. So it's not even like wholesome families doing wholesome shit. It's these really sick families celebrating and capitalizing off of traumatic experiences of their children. Like, just imagine, you can't even cry or get hurt without your parents filming you. That's an actual nightmare. And then it gets posted online for everyone to see. Your classmates might see it. Like, you just grow up in the eyes of complete strangers. That's terrifying. And there's no way kids can, like, fully grasp that concept till they're much older. And yeah, maybe some of them are okay with it as they get older because, you know, maybe then they actually start to see some of the money that they've made for their narcissistic parents. But even still, it's not a good environment to raise a family. At least I can't imagine that it is. It's so weird. And the audience is even creepier to me because the audience is two groups. It's little kids and old parents. Parents that their kids have already grown up and moved out of the house, so now they live vicariously through these YouTube families, and little kids who just see these other kids getting toys and attention that they might not be getting in their situation. So both of these groups, I think, are in very sad places for different reasons. Kids that come from broken households that get glued to this content because they're watching these kids live the life they wish they could. And then you have parents that are well past their prime whose kids most likely don't live with them anymore, don't talk to them anymore, whatever. They watch these family vlog channels and get attached to them and try and, like, raise their kids through the YouTube comments. Scrolling down into the comments section on a family vlog video is more sad than watching an ASPCA commercial. It is depressing. You'll see a lot of the commenters, at least on the channels that don't have comments disabled, you'll see a lot of the commenters are older women who their motherly instinct kicks in. So, like, on the Steele got hurt video, you'll see a lot of them be like, oh my god, my reflexes kicked in and I grabbed my hydrogen peroxide and poured it on my keyboard hoping to help Steele. Oh my god, oh my god, thank you for helping him. I got so concerned there for a moment. You'll see how attached they get. They, as a viewer, feel like they become part of that family because now that they're older, they don't have, like, a real kid to take care of or anything. So they're settling for the next best thing, which is living this fantasy where they're somehow helping the Ace family raise their kids or helping in their lives somehow. And then from that, you'll see a lot of these older women feel entitled to know everything that's going on with the family, which is why you have a lot of these family vlog channels make videos that get way, way, way too personal and share way too much about themselves as parents and their kids. Like, I've seen a bunch of these family vlog channels where they're like the couples going through like a lot of issues, and they share all of them with their audience because the audience demands it. And it's like they're never satisfied. They need to know every single detail. They just become so unhealthily attached to what they see on these family vlogs. So yeah, anyway, that's about it. I just wanted to talk about it. I hate family vlog channels, but I understand they're not going anywhere and they're probably only going to grow in popularity. I just wanted to at least talk about this since I had been thinking about it for the last couple days. That's about it. So yeah. I think now is the easiest time in history to be a parent. Back in the earlier days, you had to make sure your kid didn't fall off a cliff or get hit by a stray arrow, mauled by a lion, fall victim to dysentery on the Oregon Trail. It was tough to be a parent back then, but now I think it's super easy because you can just give your kid an iPad and let the internet raise them for you, and then get mad when your kid isn't exactly an upstanding citizen and blame everyone but yourself. But for parents that want to be a little more involved in their kids' lives, luckily there are some great departments that are offering invaluable knowledge on how to be the worst possible parent ever. This is coming from the OC Sheriff, who posted this tweet. Do you know how to properly search your child's room? If not, stick around for our first episode of #ParentAware with Sergeant Gunsley. I think there is a 0% chance this guy's name is actually Gunsley. This has to be an alias. It's too fitting. Fucking Sergeant Gunsley? What are you gonna tell me next? That ParentAware episode 2 is hosted by Bill Bazooka? Fucking Paul Danger? Like, goddamn.
I'm Sergeant Brian Gunsley with the Orange County Sheriff's Department, and today I'm going to show you how to search your child's room. The first step is to remove the child, or the teenager in this case, from the room. You don't want them in the room because their protests may distract you from doing a thorough search. Hey pal, gonna need you to leave the room. Thanks, we'll talk later.
This is the oldest teenager of all time. Dude looks like he's going on 40 years old. Like, who is this, Benjamin Button? Jesus Christ, dude's got like a thick 5 o'clock shadow. I like how he's immediately treating his son like a criminal, like, hey pal, I'm gonna need you to get the fuck out of here. I'm surprised he didn't like kick down the door, weapon drawn, like, get on the ground, I'm searching the room. And he just tases him anyway, just for the sake of it. Like, you're not gonna interrupt.
It's important to search your child's room every once in a while, like I would say about every 6 months. Unless you suspect that they're using drugs or alcohol, then you're gonna want to do it more often.
He treats his household like it's boot camp. Alright, champ, it's time for your weekly room inspection. Go report to Corporal Hollow Point and give me 500 push-ups before you eat your green bean casserole. So I don't think I need to explain to you why doing this is a horrible violation of your kid's privacy and is absolutely going to lead to a lot of problems in your relationship with your family. But I think I'll explain it anyway. Anyone who's ever been a kid, which I'm assuming is everyone except this guy, I guess was just created in a lab to be the most generic NPC police officer ever. Fucking Captain America over here, never had a childhood. Anyone who did knows how awful it feels to think that your parents don't trust you. It makes you not trust them, and it makes you resent them.
So what I recommend is to start searching from top to bottom and then left to right. So here I would start searching in this plant and then go across to the right, and then we'll search into whatever containers that are here. I always want to look inside the containers and inspect things thoroughly. See, here we have a container with, looks like a place for someone to hide something, so I'm going to hang on to that. Certainly want to talk about that in a little bit.
What a weird item of interest. It's just an empty bottle. Like, that's super normal. What do you mean you're going to have a talk with them about that? What is that conversation going to look like? Come here, son. Look, I found it. That empty bottle of vitamin gummies. Bet you're using it to store drugs, aren't you? You break my heart. I raised you better than this. Get out of my house.
When it comes to books, you just want to search through all the pages and just see if you see anything. Here we have a picture, it looks like, of a child with a gun to their head. This may indicate that they're thinking about committing suicide. So that's something that we want to talk about with our child.
Yeah, that sounds about par for the course. If my dad was like this, I'd probably have stick figure drawings of a gun to my head as well. If you're the kind of parent that's actually going to follow this advice and routinely kick their kids out of their room so you can thoroughly search it like you're looking for a fucking treasure map, you should go in expecting something like this, some cries for help to let you know that they're miserable. I also really like the background music here, the royalty-free Facebook shit. Really helps elevate the tutorial.
So here we have something. This looks like a scale of some sort. So that could be used by someone who's maybe purchasing drugs or selling drugs. So that's something that's disguised. We'll hang on to that.
Pretty fucking cool scale, but it makes it feel like this whole thing was filmed in 1998. Why the fuck would someone disguise a scale as a PlayStation 1 video game? You draw more attention with that than anything else. Like, that is some old school shit. Obviously, this is all set up for the tutorial here, but I like to imagine it all is real spur of the moment. Like, he just barges into his son's room, get the fuck out, I'm searching for contraband, and this is the result. So, like, in that case, I feel like his son is innocent, and Sergeant Gunsley's framing him, like he's setting him up. This definitely belongs to an older man. There's no way a kid who's selling drugs is disguising their scale as PlayStation 1 Tetris. No chance. But that does seem like something an out-of-touch cop would do to try and bust people undercover. You know, like just parading around. I do love these video games, am I right, kids? We love Tetris and PlayStation, right? Oh! Heroin just fell out. That's super weird. No one's a cop here, right? Like, you guys wouldn't want to buy this, would you?
Looks like a container of some sort. Let me see what's inside. We have hidden in here, we have some, looks like marijuana. So I am going to hang on to this. We're going to have a little talk about that. Some teens use this to get high. They can use this as a huffing device. So if you have dust off or any type of computer duster in the room, we want to remove that because that could be used as something dangerous and that could be deadly.
Imagine Sergeant Gunsley just hits a mean whip it on camera. Kids use this to get high, and so do I. That'd be fucking great. Now, this is the first thing he's done that seems reasonable to me. You know, keyboard cleaner is very dangerous. You don't want that anywhere around your kids. And I just don't think he went far enough because there's a window right there. That's extremely dangerous. His kid at any moment could throw himself through that window and kill himself. So I think he needed to put some bars on the window to keep them safe and maybe even pad the walls a little bit because we don't want him to like hit the wall kind of hard and hurt himself. Just, I think we should start taking a little more inspiration from the isolation units at prison in order to keep our kids safe. If your first thought upon going into your kid's room and seeing keyboard cleaner is, oh my god, they must be using this to get high, then you have already utterly failed as a parent and something has gone awry.
And also, it's very important to be respectful of the child's property.
Yeah, Sergeant Gunsley, very respectful. He's over here acting like Mr. Krabs on the panty raid, just going through all of like his boxers and shit, like looking for anything in his pockets. Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of is, wow, look at how delicate he's being.
Here we have some more clothing. Looks like everything's okay there. Oh, I have a pipe hidden inside some socks. Ajax, I don't know why this would be in his room, so I would inspect that a little better. In fact, here we have another container that we will talk to him about. And certainly you want to collect all these items. They shouldn't have them in their room.
Good lord, who's his son? Cobra Commander? What's he gonna pull out next? A golden AK-47 from under his bed? He's really hit the jackpot here.
And here I have a couple of little baggies. It looks like they may have had some drugs in them or something at some point. So that's another indicator.
In the pursuit of locating drugs in his son's room, no price is too high. Sergeant Gunsley even starts tugging on his son's crusty cum sock just to look for more clues of drugs. He's like Scooby-Doo, but really gross.
So this looks like it might be something. I'm familiar with this as a container. So this is something that people can buy online, these hidden compartments. So as you can see, it has liquid above and below, but the container, it's a false container in the middle that people can hide things in there.
This part really just felt like an ad for that Mountain Dew secret container there. That shit looked awesome, and Officer Gunsley comes in hot. He's like, yeah, you can find this online. And then I half expected him to drop a link to his own blog, like, yeah, you can find this online at gunsleycrafts.com if you want to purchase one.
Journals are good to go through. As a parent, you have every right to search your child's room. There is no legal problem with that. So be sure to take advantage of that and search your child's room while they're under the age of 18. Here, we just want to take a look through the journal and just see if there's anything suspicious. And here's a page where it looks like they're drawing pictures of marijuana references on here.
If you have to be reassured that what you're doing isn't technically illegal, then it's probably very immoral, and you're not exactly the hero in the story. But to be fair, we were able to locate some crayon doodles of weed in a journal, so really the ends justify the means, and now we know our son is not only a criminal, but an extremely untalented one when it comes to art.
And this is a highlighter, which appears to be a highlighter, but this is something that can be purchased online, and what it is a pipe, and it just hides within the highlighter.
Nothing gets past the keen eyes of Officer Gunsley. The man's omniscient. Not even the Inspector Gadget crack pipe was enough to get by him. What another cool little gadget, which he again mentions you can find online, which to me just feels like he's advertising it, to be fair. But goddamn, that would be like the last thing I suspect to be like, oh, fucking highlighter, right in the trash. I wouldn't think to like go to the secret ass end of it and look for a crack pipe. Fucking go-go gadget crack pipe, and somehow he knows about it. God damn, he's too good.
It's very important to conduct a safety search like this because you want to know whether or not they're using drugs. Best way to prevent adult addiction is to intervene early when they're young. So this is the time to prevent a lifelong struggle with addiction.
And create a lifelong resentment of you, their parents. This also isn't going to prevent a struggle with addiction. This may only reinforce an addiction. This is just an all-around horrible idea for parents everywhere. Yeah, thanks Orange County Sheriff, and thank you Officer Gunsley for showing us exactly how to be the worst fucking dad that you can be. That's it. See ya. This is a type of video I've never made before. I'm making this purely out of spite. I'm just a vengeful spirit right now. I had to suffer, and I feel it's only fair you suffer too. On Twitter today, a few people tagged me in 2 TikToks that were just so insultingly offensive to my eyes. I was more disturbed than a Christian youth pastor going to see the director's cut of The Human Centipede. It was so yucky that I just feel obligated to inflict this pain upon you, the viewer, and I'd like to talk about them a bit further. It's from a trend on TikTok where weird dudes try and be sexual and do, like, sexual shit, but it's super Who doesn't love a video like this? Just massaging spit into a blanket that you're pretending is a clitoris. Like, who is this for? I can't imagine there's a single sentient human being out there that's, like, excited about this or being turned on like, fuck, I'm wet now. Or, like, being cheered on in the locker room. Yeah! Oh, baby, yeah! Keep fucking rubbing her clit. Yeah, look at him go. Yes! It's vomit-inducing, especially considering that the majority of the TikTok user base is children. And then he finishes the video by, like, grabbing and squeezing what he's simulating is supposed to be a vagina. So he's basically just fucking, like, grabbing on it like he's trying to start a lawnmower. He's fucking trying to pop a balloon in his hand. Like, it's so disturbing, like, the whole thing. And he's not the only one. There was quite a few videos I saw just like this. I don't really get it. Maybe I'm just getting older. But how would any woman see this and be like, damn, I gotta hit this guy up. He look at the way he's massaging his spit into that blanket. That could be my pussy right now. Oh my god. He could be massaging my pisser, and it'd feel this amazing like what I'm watching in this TikTok video. This guy's truly an expert. A sexual wizard. A pleasure wizard. From what I can tell, this trend is supposed to prove that you have sex. Like, hey, no, look, I fuck, and I'm good at it. And then they have, like, whatever song's playing here. Arctic Monkeys or whatever's going on. I don't know the song. It just doesn't make any sense. You know, like, if I was to participate in this trend, I'd want to go, like, full-blown Alpha Chad Thundercock status. Like, I not only know how to massage one pussy, but 50. So I'd have, like, some inspirational music playing. You know, like maybe Scatman or something, and I'm just going all over the place. fucking southpaw on him, maybe get like the Zoidberg going, just simulating rubbing over 1,000 clits around me. And then maybe I'd be considered the most sexual man on TikTok. Which when said out loud sounds like a crime, actually. The thing is, this whole trend is so disturbing as a viewer. Like, how is this content that anyone would leave a like on? But what's crazier is I saw so many people trying to duet with this video in particular, so there were so many people moved by it and turned on by it that they wanted to respond to it and like fainting, oh. It's wild. TikTok is truly an absolutely baffling cesspool. Just why? My fucking day is ruined now. Dude hits a swan dive into a cunnilingus true combo. That's like a Tony Hawk Pro Skater line right there. I mean, good for him. You know, connecting all of those tricks together. And he sticks his tongue out and his tongue is like 20 feet long. Which I think is supposed to be like a turn on for the women that were watching. But I just feel like it'd be more of a detriment than anything. Because if this man goes to eat some vagina, he's also going to be eating butthole by accident. Like his tongue is going to wrap around her like a G-string. It's going to be like tentacle porn, but with a tongue. So I don't think it's like necessarily the best thing in the world to have a tongue this long. Especially not for him in particular, because when you're going to administer the doctor-recommended dose of vaginal eating, you'll just get a taste of ass too. It's like, oh god, babe, why does your pussy taste like shit? It's like, well, you know why. Your tongue is fucking deep in my colon right now. How do you not realize that? But I don't even understand, like, this doesn't even show that you're good at sex, which I think the whole trend is supposed to. Because who the fuck is like, hey babe, you ready to bang? You ready to make a bedroom ham sandwich? Alright, here I come. And you do like a cannonball onto the bed, and then you just start like... But yeah, I just wanted to show these two videos from the trend here because I had to watch them, so I thought it was only right that you also had to experience this with me. So yeah, that's really about it. So yeah, another day, another awful TikTok challenge. The one we're talking about today is Devious Licks. And I actually think this is worse than the Tide Pod challenge, if you guys remember that, where kids were just eating Tide Pods and killing themselves or burning their stomachs. I actually think Devious Licks is worse than that, because at least Tide Pods, they're only hurting themselves. Devious Licks is just a massive inconvenience to everyone around them. So what is Devious Licks? It fucking sounds like a Harry Potter book, like Harry Potter and the Devious Licks. It sounds like a Death Grips album title. It's a really stupid name, but basically, it's a TikTok trend where kids in high school were going into their bathrooms and just stealing shit. So stealing soap dispensers, stealing entire sinks, stealing urinals, stealing the actual shitters themselves. There were actual kids just unscrewing the shitter, used, poopied, pee-peed in toilet, stealing that and taking it with them to their house. I can only imagine the immeasurable disappointment the parents must feel when they find that hidden treasure their kid brought home, because it's gonna smell like asshole. It's a fucking toilet. So they walk in there and they see that their kid's not only a thief, but the dumbest thief on earth. They stole a useless biological hazard. You can't even sell the toilet. Like, there's nothing you can do with it except just throw it away. Now, Devious Licks wasn't limited to just stealing. No. It was much more elaborate than that, because if you couldn't steal something from your bathroom, you just destroy everything. You go full caveman brain and just break everything and call it a Devious Lick. So that's basically the trend. And as it continued to grow, it transcended the quarantine zone of the high school bathroom. It went from the bathroom to just the school in general, so they started stealing things like sinks outside of the bathroom, they'd steal lockers, they'd steal cars. It basically was just vandalism at the school property, and this shit's been fucking wild. The only thing I've ever stolen from school is this little bad boy right here, and I had to go out of my way to find him, but I remember stealing this. It's a little snowman Pez dispenser. He's pretty playful, he's pretty cool. Not really a devious lick, but I felt bad about it ever since. I stole that from a teacher's desk, I remember, because I thought it was just kind of cool because there was Pez in it, and it was like, yeah, that's kind of nice. So I took it, and God, the guilt has been overwhelming ever since. I pray to God every night that he forgives me for the sin. Can only imagine what these heathens are going through. But anyway, this has become such a widespread thing that entire towns are going in lockdown at their schools, fucking sounding the emergency sirens like aliens have arrived. It's DEFCON red alert out here. Devious Licks is the boogeyman that's marched into town. So the way some of the schools are dealing with this is absolutely amazing. I read about a couple schools that just outright banned using the bathroom during school hours without an approved time for it. So they had to take a field trip to the bathroom, and if you have to go before that field trip time, you're just going to shit and piss in your britches. Like, those trousers are going to get soiled because they don't want to take the chance because it got so bad at those schools that they just outright forbid using the bathroom outside of their designated field trip bathroom time. And then the more common one that I'm seeing is you are not allowed to use the bathroom without a school-approved chaperone to be there to make sure that you're not doing anything devious in there. These are high schoolers, mind you, and their brains have been rotted so drastically by TikTok that they're now not allowed to use the bathroom without a fucking bodyguard to monitor them because they can't be trusted to behave themselves while tinkling. It's crazy. Now, I wanted to show you a few devious licks that I found on TikTok, but I didn't record them in time. TikTok has banned all devious licks and the accounts associated with most of them, so all of those are now just lost to the fucking cyberspace, the cyber shadow realm. So I'm just going to show you a short compilation from Know Your Meme that did like a few of the bigger ones that were viral on TikTok, so that way you can at least get an idea of what these looked like.
This licks refers to a trend where TikTokers steal school equipment and flaunt it like trophies for all of TikTok to see, with everything from soap dispensers to security cameras on the line. The trend began on September 6th when a TikToker posted a video pulling a hand sanitizer dispenser from a backpack alongside the text, "Only a month into school," and got this absolute devious lick, as if celebrating school's return with the steal. The video got high school and college kids around TikTok excited, and within days, users were going viral left and right, showing off their devious licks, aka stolen goods. Some examples include a full microscope, a computer, a functioning paper towel dispenser, and an entire fire alarm ripped right from the wall. Some have taken the trend outside school walls.
As the guy mentioned, it did go beyond schools. Kids started stealing shit from all over the place and just calling it a devious lick, like movie theaters, churches, and things like that. So it wasn't just limited to schools, but that was absolutely the bulk of it. And it's been in the headlines for the last couple of days because it has been a huge deal for a lot of schools. It causes a lot in damage, and it's a massive inconvenience to the entire class because you're missing fucking entire toilets, A, and B, your school now has to have designated pee-pee times. So you better hope that your bathroom schedule lines up with the school's now. So obviously these kids were pretty proud of the things they stole, so they weren't shy of showing their names and faces with a lot of the shit, which has of course led to a lot of kids getting expelled for it. Imagine getting expelled because you were competing in a TikTok challenge to steal your school's paper towels. Like, how pathetic. Now, the thing is, you don't make any money off this, so these kids were doing it just for this idea, this wet dream of clout. On TikTok, these accounts weren't making anything. You have to like sign up for a TikTok partner program, and even then I think it's like $1 per 10 million views, which these were not getting, by the way, except for a couple. So it's not like they were really making money from doing this. They got expelled for nothing and got laughed at online by everyone except the brainwashed douchebags that were cheering them on in the TikTok comments. So that like brief dopamine hit of, oh, look at these 10 likes on TikTok, was probably not worth getting expelled, but maybe I'm wrong. You know, maybe I just haven't felt that true euphoric dopamine from a devious lick. You know, maybe that's what I'm missing. But yeah, a lot of these students have been expelled. They've been identified and publicly shamed in a lot of cases. So yeah, pretty rough, but they did it to themselves. It's a stupid fucking trend. It's really dumb. Somehow the bar keeps getting lower and lower for TikTok. Like, the second you think they hit rock bottom with the worst content ever, they find a way to break through that plateau and find something even more stupid and fucking awful. But yeah, I imagine now that TikTok has banned devious licks, it's going to die right then and there, because obviously they were only doing this for attention online, and since they won't be able to get that fixed, they won't bother. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they were stealing from the bathroom just for the love of the sport. They just fucking loved collecting used urinals, you know? Like, hey, Charlie, don't you ever fucking say that again. I don't care about the TikTok clout. I stole this urinal because I fucking love to drink out of it. It's a great goblet. This is my new chalice. You know, I guess it's possible. I mean, I'm sure there's people out there that love that shit. But yeah, I guess we'll see. Maybe a month from now, every bathroom near a high school will just be completely ransacked and dilapidated, and written in blood on the wall, it'll say devious licks. You know? Who knows? I imagine it's probably done now that it's banned, but we'll see. That's about it. See ya. It's only been a few days since DC revealed that they're shitting on Aquaman with a horrible poster, and they've already shown us that they're not done shitting on Aquaman. They haven't had their fill of their scat fetish, so now they're shitting on Teen Titans. They released this Titans trailer, and it's abominable. It's abysmal. Porn parodies are more true to the source material than this one. It is just so fucking bad, so I figured, let's watch it, and let's talk about it. The trailer genuinely opens with a stock sound effect. That was a stock scream. Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Where's Batman?
Fuck Batman. Oh, yes, the Edge. Fuck Batman. Right out of my Teen Titans fan fiction. Oh, baby. DC's so dark and edgy. I'd only planned on looking like this for that one clip with the fuck Batman, just to kind of poke fun at how laughably edgy the line was and just the overall tone of the trailer for Titans. But I realized I don't have a way of getting the lip gloss or nail polish off. I guess it's a lot harder than I expected, so I'm assuming when girls wear shit like this, they expect to be buried in it, because it just doesn't come off at all. So I'm just gonna finish the video looking like this. I look like I'm about to go to a fucking Marilyn Manson concert. I look like that old Garugamesh meme. You remember that guy? I look like him. I look like a Hot Topic vampire who ran out of blood to suck, so now I'm settling for assholes to suck. I look like I took Halloween as a chance to express myself, but I didn't really know how, but I still want to go out and trick or treat. I look like I'm just one more Pierce the Veil song away from crying into an open diary while jerking off. I look like Kevin Spacey's wet dream. Now getting back on track to DC's latest dog shit wrapped in cow shit, every single sound effect during that fight was a stock sound effect. You can find all of them on YouTube. They're right at your fingertips. They're right fucking there for you to just YouTube and use. Some of them I've even heard in old school video games. Like, I'm pretty sure there's some GoldenEye sound effects sprinkled in this trailer. I can't really remember because it's been like 10 years since I played GoldenEye, but someone can confirm, and I'm sure I'm right in saying that it's some GoldenEye sounds up in this bitch.
There's something evil inside of me.
Yeah, honestly, Raven, I think there's something evil inside of the DC headquarters as well. There is some man up there, some sinister mad scientist that's greenlighting these stinkers and pushing them through the pipeline. I honestly feel like maybe it's a Marvel secret agent, like a super spy that works for Marvel but is doubling as like the head of DC that's just like, yeah guys, check this out. I got them to greenlight a Titans thing, and he says fuck Batman, and it's the grittiest, most laughably awful shit in the world. It's gonna be amazing. Marvel's gonna skyrocket, boys. Don't worry, I got you covered.
You're scared. I get it. But you can control it.
If I didn't know this was a Teen Titans deal, I would have never guessed that was supposed to be Starfire. And I'm not saying it needs to look like Starfire, because I'm of the firm belief that you don't need to carbon copy your source material to make something great out of it. I actually prefer when they deviate a bit, but you still need to be able to recognize the characters, and it needs to, you know, emulate the same ideals and motives that the characters had from the source material. Here, there's just no way anyone would look at that character and think, Starfire. They'd look at that and think, generic flamethrower, hand-shooting superhero from whatever indie comics are being tossed around Tumblr at the time.
Sometimes, when I feel the darkness, it feels good.
Oh yeah, you're preaching the choir. The darkness, it feels so good. The shadows within the shadows. The nighttime that your parents warned you about because there's bad shit in that nighttime sometimes. Oh, the darkness. God, I love DC's gritty dark tones. Fuck, it's like it's all written by some 9-year-old. Jesus fucking Christ.
I was wrong.
Now they use stock sounds all trailer, and then they finish it off with a combination move right there, like a fucking 1-2 haymaker finishing move right there. That's a Mortal Kombat fatality of stock usage. They not only used a stock scream, they used a stock preset that you can find in Sony Vegas. It's fucking baffling that they would look at that and be like, yeah, that's a cool way to finish it off with that breaking glass. That's a literal stock preset in Sony Vegas. I used to see that in Gears of War montages back in 2008. Holy shit. Needless to say, I'm excited for this web series. I think there's a lot of potential here. If it was 1988, perhaps, somewhere in that general ballpark. Man, DC is really just flinging out these stinkers, and honestly, as someone who enjoys really bad movies, video games, really just any form of atrocious media, I couldn't be happier with what DC's pumping out. But at the same time, I can't help but feel kind of betrayed, because I've always been a DC guy. I've never really resonated with Marvel characters or any Marvel stories, but I've always enjoyed the DC side of things. And it's such a shame that for some reason they can't get anything right anymore. They used to be the kings. DC used to make the best cartoons. You know, you had Justice League, you had the Teen Titans cartoon, and then now you get this shit. I don't know what happened. DC, if you're watching this, Mr. DC, get your shit together. Let me write your shit, man. I could do a better job than this. Fuck Batman. You kidding me, man? I can't believe that actually made it in there, but I'm happy it did. Can't wait. See ya. Hi everyone, it's me, Charlie, coming at you like it's a fucking Zoom meeting here. Still haven't been kidnapped. I'm in this basement 'cause I wanna be, and I'm safe, so don't worry about it. I've also been fed. So today I want to talk about a little drama I found myself in, a bit of a controversy, a little bit of a stinky pickle from a couple months ago that I never really talked about, and I think today's the right time to talk about it. It's the day after Christmas. We all got some wonderful treats and goodies. Santa Claus has already went back up to the North Pole to hibernate and dick down Mrs. Claus under the mistletoe, and as we approach the new year, I think it's important that we get there with no skeletons in our closet, you know, just get everything off our chest. By now, I'm sure you all know that I'm fearless. The only thing I fear is fear itself and cockroaches, which means I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. There's more videos on my channel of me admitting to my mistake or mentioning how wrong I was about something than there are videos of me mentioning nipples. I have talked about how wrong I've been on shit constantly. But today's not going to be one of those days, because I'm right about something, goddammit, and I'm sticking to it. A couple months ago, I watched a video on stream, twitch.tv/moistcritical. Please feel free to stop by, put a few extra inches on your penis, I stream daily. I was watching a video for the hamster Squid Game. This is when Squid Game was at its peak, and everyone was doing its best to suckle from that milky bosom and try and capitalize off the trend. So there was a channel that made a hamster version of the Squid Game, and I watched it on stream. And I called it out for being potentially harmful to the hamsters for a variety of reasons, all of which I'll show you from the stream highlight itself. But basically, they were having these hamsters at very high altitudes relative to the hamster's body size, and during things like the glass bridge, they would just fall. And it didn't appear to be any padding underneath them, and when they had their behind-the-scenes footage, it was clearly edited. It wasn't like a continuous shot. Despite them having a wide-angle camera that had the entire arena, they didn't use that and show like the raw video. They showed an edited video from where the hamster fell, and where it landed in this box of padding, which wasn't present in the original video, so it was very clearly a sketchy behind-the-scenes video to try and cover their ass. And on stream, I mentioned that this could be potentially one of those channels that capitalizes off of abusing animals for views. It's a common trend on YouTube, unfortunately, like animal rescues. Oftentimes, they'll just put animals in, like, a very dangerous or really fucked up situation and then go rescue them for views on YouTube. And I mentioned that the hamster Squid Game video could potentially be another animal abuse trend because they did such a poor job of showing how the hamsters fell or where they fell or them being okay or anything like that, and their behind-the-scenes footage was extremely shady. And you would think that wouldn't be like a controversial thing to say, but for some reason there were some people in chat drinking stupid juice and trying to fight me on it, saying like, hamsters could survive a nuclear blast, who cares if they fall 10 feet with no padding, they're fine, Charlie. Stop being such a goddamn snowflake. You could hit a hamster with a sledgehammer and it'll be okay. It was just a bunch of crazy shit, so I'm just gonna play the stream clip for you and then defend it once more. But before I do that, I want to give you a little more context on the channel. So I'm going to show you a picture that actually comes from another YouTuber's content. Her name's Te Mimi. So this is a screenshot from another video on the same channel that does show what's underneath the hamsters in one of the obstacles. And it's not padding, it's the exact opposite, it's spikes. Now the fall here isn't nearly as high as the one they take in the hamster Squid Game video, but even still, this can't be good for the animal. I'm no hamster whisperer or a hamster scientist. The extent of my knowledge on hamsters comes from the G-Force movie, and yeah, they can do some incredible things, but they're not fucking immortal either. Yeah, I don't know what the point of putting spikes under them is. No one's watching these videos hoping to see them get hurt, at least not many people, maybe a few psychopaths perhaps, but there's just no reason to just have them be actually dangerous obstacles. The videos are supposed to be cute and wholesome, but as you can clearly see here, they don't really value safety of the animals. If they did, they wouldn't use fucking spikes. Even though these aren't like actual spikes you would see in a fucking torture chamber or something, they're still clearly pointed. And I don't think they're made out of rubber. They look like sharpened crayons. He just immediately broke that rope. No! Jesus Christ. What?
Player 101 eliminated.
Well, where do they drop? Wait, now I'm concerned. Wait, now I'm really concerned. Where the fuck does that go? I thought there was gonna be like a little bed under them.
Let's begin the 5th game.
They have
The
pillows
stepping
underneath?
stone-
Wait, where do you see that? I want to make sure the little guy wasn't hurt. That'd be awfully fucked. You thought this was fake? Yeah, I guess not. Jesus Christ. They should really show the pillows in this one. I could totally see why people think they get hurt. Oh wait, that's a good point. You can literally see the ground. There's no pillows there. Imagine he does a pull-up.
Player 067 eliminated.
Oh, I need to see that behind the scenes. Where the fuck are the pillows that they're talking about? Okay, I'm gonna be a little honest here. I've seen a lot of these YouTube channels that are very bad, like they abuse animals. I'm sure you've seen them, like the fake animal rescues. I'm getting similar vibes now. Very clearly, this is a completely different shot. Very, very clearly. You can see the entire ground in this full game. What I thought, or what I hoped, I guess, was that the pillows they claimed to use were covered by this blanket or whatever down here. But it doesn't seem to be the case, so when they're trying to prove that they're okay, they just edit it. This is completely different. That is also a completely different hamster. Okay, I'm getting very bad vibes from this channel now. They're definitely removing videos or comments where they talk about that. Is this like the only proof they offer for the behind the scenes? I mean, it would have been really simple to prove it without this garbage editing here. They could have just showed the raw file where they would then pick up the hamster, I would hope. They've also disabled ratings here. Okay, this is absolutely a sketchy channel. I would like to see them just show the raw footage. This is another one of those channels that just abuses animals, huh? I don't really want to watch the other ones for obvious reasons, but yeah, this is terrible. I don't think they're using actual glass here. Like, these just look like little plastic pads, so I don't think there's broken glass on the floor. Very clearly, there's no padding or anything here. This does not look like a small fall for a hamster. Yeah, I'm not like a fucking hamster expert or anything, but they're not very big. I feel like a fall from whatever height this is probably isn't that good for them either way. Man, that's really upsetting. They're like cats. And yeah, and look what happened when Alinity threw her cat and how mad people got. It should be the same here. Yeah, the cat was probably fine. Yeah, these hamsters are probably fine, but still, just letting them fall this far without any padding, which you could have absolutely added with no detriment to the video, it's upsetting. Maybe they moved the padding underneath when they're about to fall. Well, they should have showed that then instead of this, where it's very clearly edited. And they don't even use the same hamster. They used literal different hamsters. Like, it's horrible editing. It's super fake. That's deplorable. It would have been very easy for them to show that it was like, hey, here's a padding that we're moving along with the hamsters, if they just showed like the actual behind the scenes instead of this editing. I think you're wrong on this one. How? Here's the proof, and they use a different hamster and they edit this. What are you talking about? How am I wrong? Like, I don't see how I'm wrong. Kind of situation. Are the hamsters probably okay? Yes. Do they need to fall this far without any padding? No. They could have easily just had little pillows down here, or not even make it that high. It's not like the fun is watching hamsters 50 feet in the fucking air. Like, they could have just had them a little off the ground. It's just supposed to be cute. Like, this is definitely still a long fall for something this small, no matter how you look at it. Press play for the broken glass. Wait, I don't see it. Are you talking about the sound effect? You have no information on the height or the padding of anything and you're jumping to conclusions. I can make a pretty good guess on that it's higher than the hamster's height based on this clip. So not only is the hamster full hanging here, which means there's no ground here. The camera is also still significantly further down. I can make a pretty good guesstimate that it's pretty high for a little hamster. Like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, it's very easy to pick these things up. Like, I don't know how dumb you have to be to think that I'm somehow wrong, that they're, like, just barely off the ground. And very clearly, in their proof that there's padding down there, there's not. Because here's that same clip. They use a different hamster, and they don't do a continuous shot. It cuts to just a box of fuzz, and a different hamster falling on it. I don't know how you defend this. I really don't. You have to be really fucking dumb. Like, genuinely. Or just huffing some fat copium. Or maybe you own the channel. I don't know, man. This is very sketchy. I don't think the hamsters got hurt, but they really wanted to cover their ass. Maybe they didn't have a shot for both the glass and the padding. How? They have this shot right here. You can see, like, the whole arena. They could have just played the full clip from this camera. They have so many cameras here. And even still, even if they didn't have one of both, they could have played out the whole clip from once the hamster fell. Man, I'm really fucking upset about this. This was super cute until this. Yeah, it was a pretty frustrating stream moment there. There was people saying that it's okay to throw cats as like a defense when I brought up like the cat comparison. Like, yeah, no one should have been mad when a cat was thrown in the first place. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, it got really sad to read some shit in the chat that night. But now let's go a bit further. So, a lot of them were just blatantly wrong about how resilient hamsters are. Apparently hamsters can just die from being startled by a human sneeze. I read a couple articles on hamsters that literally just died from the stress of being surprised. So imagine falling that far for a hamster. Maybe the reason they use a different hamster is because it died from shock on the way down. Like, they're not that resilient. In fact, it's the quite opposite. If you accidentally blast a fart in your room with a hamster nearby, it might just kill it out of shock. You know, they're not these fucking balls of immortality that can survive anything from like a gunshot to a rocket launcher direct hit. Now, for the next point that the hamster experts were making in chat, that hamsters can survive a fall from any height, even like out of a fucking airplane without a parachute apparently. That's also blatantly wrong. While it is rare for hamsters to die from a high fall, it's extremely common for them to injure the fuck out of themselves from a fall of even moderate height. I was reading somewhere like in the ballpark of like 10 to 15 inches sometimes is enough to completely paralyze them or break their backs and legs like badly. So again, don't know how long of a fall this was in the hamster Squid Game, but it's definitely at least double their height, judging by how long they were hanging and how far they still fell before getting off camera. So it's still a pretty sizable fall and enough for them to easily break bones. Now, I don't think there's even really a need to debunk a lot of this shit. I feel like a lot of it should just be common sense that they should have just had padding and showed that there was padding there the whole time. If you were going to defend yourself from claims of animal abuse, the number one thing you should do is show that there was no animal abuse by just showing the clip unedited, right? You take the raw footage, you have a wide-angle camera that you have used throughout the entire video, which means you have a ton of footage there. You can just show when the hamster fell into the padding that you apparently had, and then when you picked up the hamster and got it out of the arena, or anything, just showing the hamster was okay ultimately, but not once did they show the hamsters were okay. Instead, what they did is they showed a highly cut clip of a hamster falling and then a hamster landing in a box of stuffing. Two completely different shots, edited together sloppily in Windows Movie Maker. It's garbage, and this is why it's extremely sketchy, and I still stand by it, that this is a very shady, very not good video. So yeah, I just wanted to go into the new year getting all of this out there, letting you all know that I still stand by this. I don't know why people were so adamant in the comments that everything was okay. There'd be no reason to fake behind-the-scenes footage if everything was truly normal and all the animals were fine. So yeah, just wanted to talk about this and finally address it. That's about it. See ya. Minecraft Twitter, what's up with that, huh? Wacky, goofy shit going on there. This is probably the millionth video talking about Minecraft stands on YouTube, but I wanted to kind of talk about something that just happened that's kind of got my ass greased up a little bit. Now, I'll just break it all down for you, give you the full lore update, although I'm sure most of you know. On Twitter, one of the biggest, most toxic communities is the Minecraft stan community, with people that are extremely obsessed with Minecraft content creators on the internet. And this community eats itself alive. This shit is actual cannibalism. If you see a Minecraft stan on Twitter, just assume that they've tasted human flesh before. They're like little piranhas or catfish just constantly eating shit for no reason. They just go out of their way to make themselves as miserable as possible and find things to be upset about, and it's usually the things they love the most. They absolutely murder the content creators that they're obsessed with. If anything goes even slightly awry with the perfect image they have of their Minecraft YouTuber, they lose their fucking mind about it and go on absolute Twitter rampages and trend everything about it. So recently this happened with Tommy Innit. Tommy Innit, very popular Minecraft player. He's a 17-year-old kid. And these bloodthirsty warriors on Twitter recently blasted him multiple times over the course of a couple days, and then he finally made an announcement saying that it's just been too much for his mental health and he's having to go to therapy now and doesn't really want to engage online anymore, which is pretty extreme considering he's a 17-year-old kid. So they successfully bullied a child for nothing. With backlash like this, you would have expected it to be something extreme that caused it, like a video of Tommy slitting the throat of a puppy, or Tommy doing something crazy like saying he doesn't like BTS music. But it wasn't anything like that. He got all of this shit happening to him for a very lighthearted joke, which we'll get to in a minute. But I want to explain, he's not just gonna like up and quit the internet as far as I know. It's just mainly targeted towards Twitter. He no longer wants to be there, which is completely understandable. Twitter is the most miserable place on the planet. It'd be more fun to live in an active war zone than it would be to spend an hour on Twitter. Truly vile garbage with absolute trash people on that platform. And I want to explain one more time just how ridiculous the Minecraft stands can be. There's entire pages dedicated to just keeping track of what Minecraft YouTubers are listening to on Spotify at all hours of the day. So when it gets to a song they like, they can make 50 tweets about how excited they are that their favorite Minecraft YouTuber is listening to it. It's extremely unhealthy. And then they'll turn around and go from this, the worship, to absolute hatred and vilifying them and calling their favorite Minecrafter a demon and a Satanist, a racist, a homophobe, all kinds of truly deplorable titles that they'll just immediately snap onto them. Just absolutely wild stuff. Is extremely sad to see. One of the saddest things though in particular, and this doesn't really have anything to do with the current situation, for a while there was a trend among Tommy Innit stans and Tubbo stans to sexualize both of them and make them have like romantic fanfic together, despite both of them being underage. So it's really bad stuff that has come from these stans. Of course, not all of them are like this, nor are they all horrible people or anything like that. I'm not trying to make just a pure generalization, but it has led to so many horrible things for the content creators and really Twitter as a whole. Pretty much anytime anything happens with a Minecrafter, it trends #1, blocking out actual important things in the world. So it really is truly just an overall detriment to have this level of celebrity worship be commonplace and normalized on Twitter. I really think parents need to do a better job of raising their children and monitor their online activities, because what's happening is these YouTubers are unintentionally raising a whole generation of kids. And if it's not the YouTubers doing it, it's the children in the fandom raising other children on Twitter to join the fandom like a fucking cult. It's like Lord of the Flies shit with children raising each other, which is why you're having things like this happen. So let's get to the Tommy Innit situation that brought all this up. And it really wasn't just like one thing in particular, but it really started when Tommy made a joke about Jay Schlatt. The tweet's been deleted and I actually can't find a screenshot of it, but basically he replied to a tweet saying like, Jay Schlatt's a bad guy, mockingly. And then the Minecraft stans got really upset about this, so they trended something called Tommy Neg, meaning Tommy negative, so it was just them shitting all over Tommy to make it trend, so you could just see nothing but shit on Tommy, because they didn't like that he was making light about Jay Schlatt. Jay Schlatt is apparently a very problematic figure in the Minecraft community. I don't know what the fuck he did, but it sounds like he must have beat up everyone's dad and then fucked all of their moms in that community. They hate him. They have labeled him every awful thing that you can possibly think of, from a racist to a homophobe to a Nazi to a transphobe. All of it has been slapped onto Jay Schlatt. I have no idea what the fuck went on there, but then the community got riled up and they were trying to cancel Tommy because of his friendship with Jay Schlatt. Basically, what stans want is complete control over their favorite Minecraft creator. They want to treat him like a fucking doll or an action figure that they can move around and do what they want. Like, they're the puppeteers and they're the marionette dancing on the strings for him. So they wanted him to end his friendship. They were talking about how hurt they were by Tommy. I swear to God, if they found out Tommy's mom made an offensive joke in the late 80s, they would demand Tommy kill her in order to earn their forgiveness. It is wild how much control they want over the Minecraft content creators. I honestly don't know how more of them haven't snapped at the stans and how some of them even encourage the behavior. They get eaten alive by it. They're literally encouraging a swarm of locusts that peel their fucking flesh off at the drop of a hat over nothing. I don't know why it isn't taking a firmer stance. I understand there's not a whole lot of things you can do, and I know a lot of them do try and be responsible with the stans and like the power of it and try and point out bad behavior. But I think just a blanket statement, just completely fucking stop standing, you know, just block every stan or something, like, I don't know. But it's only with Minecraft. Mr. Beast is 3 times the size of even the biggest Minecraft player, and he has none of this shit. Mr. Beast community is like the nicest on the internet. They're constantly uplifting each other, aside from the people that try and scam. But, I mean, that's always going to happen. I mean, especially nowadays with like NFTs and shit. You can't do too much about that. But Mr. Beast community is significantly larger than any Minecraft community, and you don't see any of this from them. So there's clearly a way of doing it. It's just, I can tell you the way they're currently going about it, which is like encouraging it and like nodding at it, like, hey, maybe trend this on Twitter, is the wrong way of doing it. Because then you'll have shit like this happen, where a good guy like Tommy gets fucked in the ass by the community. It's crazy. But again, I'm getting sidetracked. This is actually a pretty passionate topic for me because it's so unhealthy both for the Minecraft player and the people that obsess over him. It's not good for any of the parties involved here at all. They're both constantly like a parasitic relationship and constantly miserable because of it. But anyway, so after this whole Twitter debacle with the J Schlatt joke, Tommy had a stream. And in the stream, the chat went nuts. In the stream, he asked the community to educate him on some things and just shed some light on some topics he wanted more information about. The chat was constantly calling him homophobic, questioning why he wasn't more politically active, as if that's his responsibility to be a fucking political activist for you. He's a Minecraft player. He doesn't need to, you know, also go with your exact ideals on how things should be in the world. Tommy has done everything he can to go out of his way to be as inclusive as possible to everyone from every community. I think he's an actual really good guy. And to be completely shit on, even though he's done so much for so many people, is just absolutely repugnant. The chat from some of the shit I've seen was awful. And during the stream, that's when he mentioned that the bullying on Twitter's just gotten too bad and he's getting therapy now as a way of coping with it and getting over it to try and be a happier person in light of all of this shit. And to no one's surprise, Twitter didn't lay off the gas. In fact, they used this against him, mocking him for getting therapy. Some of them even saying he has no right to get therapy. He's not a victim. The people he hurt with his friendship are the victims, and the jokes that he's made, those are the victims, not Tommy, so he doesn't deserve therapy. I wish I could find some of these tweets that I was reading, but unfortunately a lot of these cowards deleted them now after more people became aware of this awful situation they created. But it is really some of the worst things you can imagine from a community that's supposed to be all positive and all about educating Tommy on how to be a better person when they themselves are horrible people. Horrible people, the things I was reading. And then the weirdest thing is, like, I'll click on some of these and then I'll read some of their tweets and it's absolutely awful. It's just hateful. Like, on this one in particular, there's this tweet. I don't know if this is a joke or not, but even if it is, then you're an absolute hypocrite because you're mad at Tommy for jokes that are insensitive and then you'll say something like this, and that's okay. You even use a homophobic slur, and apparently that's okay for you to do. Like, I don't get it. It's like these Minecraft police officers, professional Twitter warriors, are actually not that great of people themselves. As always, don't go harass anyone in the video or anyone that participated in any of this. Don't do that shit. That makes you just as bad, if not worse, than the people that actually participated, so just fucking don't. And this isn't the only account like this. This isn't the most popular tweet, obviously, from all of that. In fact, this one, I think, only ever got up to like 2K likes before it was deleted. Or if it even got deleted, I just can't find it now. All I could find was this old screenshot of it. But there were multiple accounts where you'd click on it and you'd see some truly awful vitriol where they were just spewing some genuine hateful shit. the things that they were saying they didn't like, you know, trying to spread positivity, and then you go on their actual Twitter and it's nothing but hate and negativity. Just all around, this shit made me really mad today. Like I said, I think Tommy's a good kid. I think he had a lot of success at a very young age, and I don't think he let it get to him. Like, I feel like he's not going to become a douchebag or anything, even though he's already a multi-millionaire with a following of, like, tens of millions of people constantly worshiping him. He's still able to stay level-headed. And he recognizes that Twitter's a horrible fucking place, and they bullied him off of it, and now are mad that he's off of it. So when he left Twitter, or at least said that he wasn't going to be as active on it, Twitter fucking attacked him for that, immediately proving why he didn't want to be there anymore. Like, it's a community of people that just love to hate, and that's all they like to do. It's people that always want a constant enemy, a villain to attack. And for some reason they choose their heroes to do it to. It makes no sense to me. This happens to Dream once a week at least. And it's happened to other Minecraft players as well. It's just crazy to me. And it's really upsetting to see it, to be honest. I think there needs to be like an age limit on Twitter, man. Like, you shouldn't be allowed on Twitter if you're under the age of 18. Because it is just not healthy for anybody letting kids on that platform. It is just fucking not. It's bad for everyone's mental health. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about this whole thing because this one just fucking blew me away. And that's about it. So yeah. Recently, Twitch has been wow, I got out of the shower like a little less than half an hour ago, and I am looking like someone's mom in an anime. Holy shit. Watch so much fucking anime, I'm turning into a character. Anyway, Twitch has been making a lot of mistakes. Recently, PayMoneyWubby made an extraordinary video talking about some of the big mistakes they've made, and I wanted to kind of expand on that and talk about something a little more in particular. How the Twitch bans and the moderation team lead to a culture on Twitch that both promotes degeneracy and instills fear in both users and streamers. Now, I stream pretty much daily at twitch.tv/moistcritical. Come stop by if you want to put a few extra inches on your penis. And yesterday during a stream, I said the word Jaeger when talking about Jaeger bombs, which is alcohol related. But immediately after I said that, the chat filled with ban, terms of service, shit like that. And the reason for that is because the Twitch mod team have banned a bunch of streamers for innocent words that they misheard as the N-word or other racist or bad words. So it's created this culture where people are constantly hearing racist words out of innocent words, which is absolutely frustrating and fucked up. Quick examples being League of Legends streamer TF Blade said fucking idiot one time, and he said it fast and they thought he said the N-word, so they banned him. I think he was banned for a total of a week, maybe a little less before they realized their mistake, but that's a week of just taking away his income. But not only does that take away his career for a week, totally off of something they misheard, it completely tanks his reputation for that week because there were articles written about this professional player being racist and saying the N-word, and it's not what he said. It was totally misheard by the Twitch team, so that ruins his brand image, that ruins his potential on the team. That's a huge deal. A League of Legends streamer named Penguinz0 said the word yikers, and he was banned for 30 days. And I actually don't think his ban ever got lifted, by the way. So his entire Twitch career was uprooted because they misheard a word he said. So anytime a word ends in like a GER or a GAR, the fucking streamer runs the risk of getting banned, even if it's a totally innocent word like Jaeger. And this has trained the community, fucking Pavlovian style, to immediately assume the most racist shit all the time. When I said Jaeger, a bunch of people in chat started spamming some racist shit, question marks, banned, terms of service. You know how fucking frustrating that is? They're training their community to be racist, constantly hearing the N-word and other really awful slurs and horrible things when that's not the word that was used. So streamers have to fully articulate each and every word for fear of the Twitch moderation team, which is fully unknown, by the way. They're like the fucking Illuminati. There's not a single name on the entire moderation team that is public. By the way, just throwing that out there, they're fucking cowards and don't put their names on some of the shit work they do for the company and the reputation that they ruin and wipe their ass with. Just wanted to get that out there. But you have to be afraid of these power-hungry losers because these are the ones that control your income. They control your career. If you're a full-time streamer, you are fully at the mercy and have to grovel at the feet of this faceless loser team of moderators that are constantly jerking off their power just getting hard off banning people, it feels like, because their bans are totally random and there's no communication and there's never any repercussions because these people aren't publicly named. Look at any other position at Twitch, partner manager, any level at Twitch, you can find those people. They proudly promote that they are that position at Twitch, but you can't find that for anyone that controls the bans. I've talked to a lot of people at Twitch, and everyone I've ever communicated with at Twitch has been nothing but wonderful, kind, helpful. I really have had nothing but a positive experience with the people I can and have talked to at Twitch. But it's the people you can't talk to, this moderation team, this fucking Discord HQ wumpus infiltrated team of moderators at Twitch, that's the problem. They're degenerates that you can't communicate with and don't care about you. They can ban you on a Thursday, and since they take weekends off, just unban you on a Monday and take away 3 days of income just for fun. And there's nothing you can do about it. That is totally within their power if they felt like doing that. I've never been banned on Twitch for any length of time, but I'm pretty sure that's going to change after posting this video, because I feel like the Twitch mod team is vindictive. I know that the Twitch team watches some of the videos that criticize them, and I think that behavior is very healthy for a company to open themselves up to criticism and see what the community has to say. But I worry for the way the mod team responds to it, because there have been cases where it feels like the mod team went out of their way to find things to ban them for. There have been cases where streamers got banned for a VOD that was months old at a very obscure point in the VOD where there is a single frame of a single pixel of a single tip of a penis that exists for a split second, and they get banned temporarily for that. It just seems like they really do try and find ways to ban streamers that they may not like. But to be fair, they don't have to do that. They can literally ban you for no reason. Like in Pay Money Wubby's case, they banned him and then just outright admitted it was a mistake 5 days later. They can absolutely ruin careers on Twitch for no reason and never have anything happen. They're not at risk of losing their position. They're not at risk of anyone coming up and, reporting it, because you don't know how to. Because you don't know these people. Only one person I've talked to at Twitch has had any communication with the mod team. That is how isolated that group of people is from everyone else at Twitch HQ. I've talked to a myriad of different positions at Twitch, a bunch of different people, and only a single one has ever had direct contact with anyone on their moderation team, at least that he would share with me. So it's silly to have this team so disconnected from the rest of the company, which I genuinely feel do care about creators. But this one huge component of the company, the one with the most power directly on the platform, is this rogue organization like the fucking Syndicate from Mission Impossible that just plain doesn't seem like they care about you, or even in most cases just actively fucking hate you. And you don't even know what you've done to them because you don't know who they are. I think there should be a lot more transparency with the mod team. The fucking CEO embarrassed himself on stream, for God's sakes. Why not a head of mod team, like PR or something? It's just extremely scary, the environment and the ecosystem that this mod team has now created. Now, it's not just the mishearing of words that has led to a toxic environment where people go around thinking they're always hearing racist or homophobic things out of words that have nothing to do with it. They also have turned a large portion of the community against female streamers. I put that entirely on the mod team. What I mean by this, for the two examples, we'll stick with mishearing words. Everyone's favorite cat lady on Twitch, Alinity, has had cases where she said words that sound like she's saying the N-word. Another streamer named Amaranth have had cases where she's saying things that sound like the N-word. In both of those cases, they received a thorough investigation and no ban, not at all. Why wasn't that same luxury and courtesy given to the two League streamers I talked about? They investigated Alinity and Amaranth and found they didn't say the words, which they didn't, so they rightfully didn't get a ban. But why did they immediately flip the switch on Blade and Pinkward when they didn't say the word? They didn't investigate, they didn't even bother. That's a very clear bias. There's clear favoritism from the mod team, and that leads to the community turning against the people that are getting that special treatment, even when they don't ask for it. The community saying things like, oh, how does Twitch mod dick taste? You're immune to the Twitch mod ban hammer because you fuck them. And I don't think that's right. I don't think any female streamers have ever exchanged sexual content for special treatment. I think they're getting the special treatment without ever having asked for it, and I don't know why the mod team can't see why that's a bad thing for the streamer and the community too, because it turns the community against the female streamer for the special treatment. They get mad about that, and they accuse them of doing shady shit to get that special treatment, when I truly don't think they've ever had contact with a mod or have done anything with the mods for the special treatment. They've never asked for it, they just get it. And that's led to a portion of a community hating some female streamers because they think they've done something behind the scenes to get special treatment, and that's gotta fucking suck. Now, this is a ban that happened a few days ago that I really want to talk about. This streamer was being harassed by an asshole in the chat who was donating to him just to insult him, and the streamer got banned because he addressed that guy by his real name. The interesting thing is, the dude's real name was public already because he was donating under his real name. He was putting his real name on display for everyone to see with every insult he made. Yet when the streamer addressed him by name to talk about him being an asshole, he gets a 30-day ban just for reading his goddamn name out loud? That's bullshit. I address people by their real name on my stream sometimes. Some people tell me to address them by their real name. They prefer it, and I'm really good at remembering names, so I address them by their real name. Does that make me susceptible to a ban? Tons of streamers address members of their community by their real name. It's commonplace. What's the exception here? Because he was being an asshole, so then the streamer calls him out by his name for being an asshole? That's ridiculous. His name was there on the screen in the donation. He donated with his real name. What does this show people? This shows people that if you want to be an asshole and troll a streamer, you can make a donation in your real name, and if a streamer addresses it out loud, you can get them banned by saying they gave away your personal info. That sets such a horrible standard. This is a very easily exploitable way to get someone you don't like banned. It's so fucked up. Today, I was just made aware of this streamer on the platform that goes by the name of Ataris, I'm not quite sure how to say it. He got banned on Twitch because of an obsessed stalker fan mass reported his channel. He's confirmed this through Discord. He even had a fucking interview with the guy who outright admitted to everything that he was accused of, and yet Twitch hasn't even looked at his support ticket. He got banned completely false just from mass reports from one obsessed garbage person, and he can't get unbanned because no one bothers to check his reports because they don't care. They don't look at these kind of reports. Another streamer named Saru recently got her second ban due to her drawings being a little too lewd. Now, what's interesting about this is body painting is totally allowed on Twitch, which is nude bodies that are being painted over. And Saru's drawings are clothed, albeit a bit risque. She got one ban earlier this year and was totally fine for 3 months, but yesterday was banned with no communication from the team telling her as why she got banned, and she didn't even know she got banned until she saw a Reddit post about it. That's just absurd to me, how you can just ban someone, not tell them anything, and they just can't even talk to you ever again. The point being, Twitch has created this entire community of streamers that stream in fear of this mysterious fucking gavel-swinging judge, jury, and executioner mod team coming at them for any reason at all, even if it's totally innocent shit you're saying, and that leads to a community that constantly hears the worst things out of the most innocent things. That's fucking frustrating, scary, and unhealthy. And also, this bullshit about getting mass reported by an obsessed fan and you not being able to do anything about it, do you not see why that's a massive fucking problem? That is so easily exploitable. If a group of high schoolers get their goddamn anime club together to mass report a streamer they don't like, the biggest streamer on Twitch, let's say, they'd get banned and they wouldn't be able to get unbanned if it's during the weekend. That shit could happen on a Thursday and they're not getting touched till Monday. That is not acceptable under any circumstances. It's outrageous. Even my dog's coming over here to console me. She's upset with the fucking moderation team and their garbage. It's just so frustrating. This is the reason why so many big streamers are totally fine leaving Twitch. Not only because they got better monetary offers from other platforms, but because it's a lot safer than them, where they don't need to feel like at any moment their career could be jeopardized from this team of unknown fucking axe-slinging losers that could just completely nuke them out of the blue. So hats off to the people that do escape off Twitch with good offers, but for most people, it's where they call home. And you've created a super toxic environment in that home where constantly Twitch chat is hearing horrible things out of totally innocent things that was taught to them by the mod team. Now obviously a lot of that falls onto the individual edgelords as well, but when they see that behavior from the top level mod team that is enforcing these bans, it's very clear that that has an effect on the community as a whole and how they respond to certain things. Thus, it leads to a super unhealthy entire atmosphere that's just so fucking toxic. And yeah, that's just about it. I wanted to talk about the impact that bans like this and shitty moderation has on an entire community, and that's really about it. So yeah. Discord makes me feel like a degenerate pile of dog shit, like some type of socially outcasted loser. Anytime I fire that shit up, which is daily, I'm not here to shit on Discord as a service because I think it's a very good service. Fucking everyone's using it for good reason. Like if I call my grandma right now, she'll probably try and drop me her like Discord friend info because it's just a better service than most shit out there. But I can't stand using Discord because it's so embarrassingly cringeworthy. I don't like using that word. That's a shitty word, but I can't think of anything else to describe Discord other than that. It's something that anytime I fire it up, I'm immediately just getting a bad taste in my mouth, like someone just blasted a fart right down my esophagus. The second you fire it up, you already know who made the program and who it's for, primarily. You know, the loading thing. Constructing additional pylons to hold your awesomeness. Watch out, they're a fire in their laser at our base belong to us. Just the ranky-dankiest of memes. And that's not that big of a deal in and of itself. It's almost cute, cringeworthy shit. Like, you know, a child going up to you saying, pull my finger, you pull their finger and they shit their pants. Like, that's not that big of a deal. But what makes Discord frustrating to use as an actual service is their entire company is branded around this idea of lol, xd, random, roleplay, cosplay, Tumblr type shit. Now, I have my own Discord for my streams at twitch.tv/moistcritical. You should go check it out. I stream daily. Fuck yeah. Love to see you there. I have a Discord for that where people go and they want to know when I'm streaming or if they just want to talk to each other. It's just a nice little community. And the thing is, if I reach out to Discord if I have a question, they are no fucking help. It's like I just wandered into the goddamn anime fan club as they're LARPing in the fucking classroom. For example, Kaya, when we had our old Discord thing a while back, reached out to their partner support team about an issue we had, and this is the response he was met with. Hey Kaya Orson, Springle here. I just wanted to say thanks so much for reaching out to the partner team. Our ultra elite gaggle of partner support elves are crunching their way through solving your request. We'll get back to you quicker than a hoofer snatch after a rain double. All the cheers, Springle. Now you get a response like this and the first thing you think is I must have messaged the wrong company. This must have gone to a sex offender somewhere. This certainly can't be Discord. There's no way. There's no way they have a secret agent elf named Springle there crunching their way through my request. And what the fuck is a hoofer snatch or a reen double? I've never heard of these words before. Because it's all weird, like super high fantasy garbage. And it's not just like their support team, their whole company. Here's the message you get when you get denied for partnership as a Discord server. A Discord partner server is like a big deal, I guess, to a certain extent. So this is what happens when you get declined. My name is Springle. So our old pal Springle from the support team's back here, and this time he's delivering some bad news. Thanks for opening that email. It was getting a bit cramped, Kimpa. Back at the Discord HQ, our ritual elves have finished looking over your application. Once finished, they all hum in unison and summon a fortune cookie containing the verdict. It's fantastic and delicious, Kimpa. Without further ado, let's crack open the cookie and see what it says. Maybe another day. You know, that's a great fucking rejection right there. Not only am I getting declined by the most childish company on the planet, but they're also patronizing me with it, so I'm getting like some fucking fanfic for my rejection. Aw, Shinkledinks. It looks like we can't accept you as a partner today. I'm so sorry, but maybe one day you'll grow up big and strong and we can accept you then. Yeah, maybe one day I can be so big, strong, and mentally stable that I can pretend to be a fucking Springle elf. In the meantime, it looks like you might have what it takes to join our hype squad right now. I'd love to see you submit an application and join us at the event or convention near you. Thank you so much for your support and keep building, Kimpa. Hope I get to see your beautiful face again. My magic is powered by your love. Don't forget you can keep in touch with us on Twitter at Discord app. Until we meet again, Kulu Limpa. Of course. Kulu Limpa to you as well, Mr. Springle. That shit just fucking sucks to read. Like, you know, oh, I'm sorry, you have been declined by our magical mystical forest of time-traveling wizards. I'm so sorry. Try again next time, but why don't you follow us on Twitter and join our hype squad, Kimpa? It's so fucking embarrassing. It's a service that I can never recommend to anyone, even though I think it's really good, because I don't want to subject them to this kind of company. Shit's sad. What they should have is they should have two different Discords. This should be like Discord, children, Discord fantasy, and then they should have like Discord Pro, where it's like, normal shit, where they're not all up in your face like rubbing their mystical asshole on you and patronizing and condescending on you and shit like that. It's stupid. It's a really dumb idea for a company identity. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is not the same Springle as the Springle from Partner Support Team. The Springle from Partner Support Team, the Rain Doubler, he would never sink so low as to write an email like this. There's definitely other people parading as Springle around that office. It's a big conspiracy I've got. Got the fucking tinfoil condom on. I know there's more than one Springle there. Someone is parading around as a fake Springle. Now let's go ahead and see what it looks like when you get accepted as a Discord partner. My name is Springle. Springle again, baby. Fuck yeah. Thanks for opening that email. It was getting a bit cramped, Kimpa. The same opening. And then in the fortune cookie this time, instead of getting a giant fist in your ass, you get the chosen one. Wowee. You're chosen. It's a time for celebration because you're now an official Discord partner. I'm not saying you should print this email out and put it on your fridge, but you should definitely print this email out and put it on your fridge. Golly, this is exciting. All the perks are yours. In about a week, you'll have access to our VIP servers, ability to add custom splash page to your invite screen and vanity URL. How exciting, Kimpa! Also, the King of Hoodies has finally decreed, and you shall receive yours in a few weeks. The magic is waiting, so don't let the magic wait any longer. In less repetitive terms, click the button and fill out the form so we can send you a hoodie. Click to get swag. There's just no winning with that email. There's no winning with Discord, no matter what happens. If I won the lottery through Discord, I'd still be embarrassed. It's just so silly. Like, I don't know why the company is branded this way as their identity. Wow, I look like a fucking psychopath. Kimpa. But anyway, I don't know why they chose this as their identity for their company, because this appeals literally to such a small portion of people, like not even gamers. This is such a sliver of gamers. Like, most people probably don't like to be talked to like this or have a service that treats them like children. They also have this list of words that if anyone in your server uses them, like if they say retard, your entire server can get nuked. Without even consulting you, without giving you the option of banning that person, they can just take down your server if one person uses the word retard in it, as an example. There's a lot of words that have like that, but there have been cases of entire servers going down just because one person in it said a word, and then the whole thing is gone. So they fucking treat this like it's some type of awful dystopia. It's such a good service, but God, I can't stand the fucking company behind it. And I just wanted to vent about this. We've talked about it on the official podcast, but I can't stress enough that there needs to be two Discords. There needs to be this Discord for whatever LARPers want that, and then a Discord for people that don't like to be treated like fucking idiots. That's just my suggestion. I'm no mystical fairy elf working for Discord, but I really think that should be in the future plans for him. That's it. So yeah. What's going on, prank enthusiasts? Grab your bathrobes and join me in front of the fireplace as we dive back into the wild world of YouTube pranks. The last time we dipped our toes into this cesspool of top-notch side-splitting comedy, we were graced with Chris Prank Invasion's beautiful making out with my sister prank, where he French kisses his sister for views, damn near butt-fucking her mouth for views. And I'm happy to say Chris is back on the saddle again, and I don't mean riding his sister. In fact, this time he's riding his mother for views. He's posted another video, this one's making out with his actual mom. Again, there's really no telling if this is his real mommy. The only way to confirm if that really is his mother is to ask someone who's fucked her on Xbox Live if that's her. But since we don't have that information, I'm just going to assume it's not his real mom. And Chris is once again just exploiting the incest community for views. The incest community, also now known as Alabama. And just on a side note, who the fuck is watching these incest pranks? This man is making so much money off making out with his family members and rim jobbing them on camera. I don't get it. The only person I can even see looking up this kind of shit is Tom Brady, looking up children kissing their parents on the mouth compilations. I don't get it, but what the fuck ever, Chris. Good for you, man. Right, I'm sure he brags about that that accomplishment. Yeah, I'm the guy who makes out with his family on the internet. What's up? Fucking awesome. Anyway, that's not who we're here to talk about. Instead, we're going to look at an actual expert at pranks, working his magic in the wild, delivering some side-splitting comedy with his pranks, just putting nuts to butts at the mall. Let's take a look at a real prankster.
Excuse me, we're doing a survey and we were just wondering, do you have pet insurance?
Yeah, I think so. I don't have a pet, my parents do.
Oh, because I'm about to destroy your pussy.
Nice.
How about that double whammy, huh? That knockout blow, that combination there. Just a 1-2 right to your comedy receptors. Definitely having a hoot and a holler over those two pranks back to back. I understand this is not an adult. And this is exactly why I wanted to talk about this video. This is a kid who's clearly been influenced by YouTube douchebags, and this is like one of 6 videos where he does this all within like the span of a month or two. It's just super sad to see the kind of impact that these YouTube assholes can have on kids that watch them. The YouTube assholes pay the people to react to their awful scripted shit pranks. But kids don't know any better. They don't know it's fake. So then you have an entire generation of people this kid's age going to the mall, actually sexually harassing strangers, physically harassing strangers, and being a public nuisance because they saw their favorite internet asshole doing it and they're trying to emulate that behavior. So these internet YouTube shitholes are promoting an entire generation of assholes to follow. And it's so upsetting.
Oh, I know you're not a track star, but you're gonna have to be ready for this big meet.
What big meat?
You guys talking about that pussy, you know what I'm saying? That's that.
I don't know.
What do you mean? Where the bitches at?
Oh,
My
yeah,
niggas?
you're recording. That's nice.
I'm not recording. He's recording. No, he's not. He's recording you.
We're both recording all of us.
You know what I'm saying? I was just like, what you niggas talking about that pussy? I was on my girlfriend's this morning. I was like, you know.
I can't even sarcastically talk about this clip because it's just so goddamn painful and uncomfortable. Everything that could go wrong with his plan went wrong. No one was laughing at his pussy introduction and was immediately exposed for recording. I don't even know how she spotted that. She had the eyes of a hawk. She must have had like a fucking spidey sense tingling in the back of her head. Turned and immediately looked at the camera guy. I don't know what kind of camera he's using, but it must have been really obvious, like a fucking boombox over-the-shoulder camera. Or maybe he was holding his phone out recording like Dr. Frankenstein's monster coming at them. I don't know how she could immediately see him recording. He must have been really trying to make it obvious. But she found it, leading to an even worse scenario. And this kid has so little self-awareness and is so shameless that he doesn't just walk away. He doubles down and keeps it up, and man, it fucking sucks.
Do you know there's 206 bones in the human body? Would you like another one inside of you?
No.
Why not?
Why would I want another bone?
You know you want this big meat.
You want me to slap you silly or what? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yes.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
You want me to call the cops on you? Fucking have some respect.
Respect, wow. This woman just unironically used the word respect in front of a YouTube prankster? Are you fucking kidding me, baby? It's YouTube pranks. The only R word that community knows is ring that bell for notifications, baby. Am I right, prank enthusiasts?
Wait, girl, come on. I lost my virginity. Can I take yours? These ones right here. Like, I was looking at it and then, like, I realized that this is fake, bruh. Look at the shoelaces and the aglets and the seams. They're not even lined up right. This shit's fake, bruh. You looking at them pussy pics, bruh? You into that anime porn? Hey, let me get some of that. Let me get a piece of orange chicken. Ooh.
Nothing would make me flip a table over and piss my pants faster than having some goddamn douchebag goober come up to me and touch my food or ask me for the food as he's already reaching for it. Oh, that would make me livid. But anyway, this guy's the prank god, and I hope you've all learned a little something about how to really execute pranks. As you can see here, the only successful prank is the one you just don't fucking pull, because every goddamn prank on YouTube sucks ass. That's it. So yeah. Most YouTubers are absolutely shameless when it comes to getting views on the platform. They would golden shower their mothers while their father films for their vlog series if it meant a couple 100,000 views, but none are more shameless or just downright batshit insane than Prank Invasion. There's nothing more I can say about Prank Invasion that hasn't been said about your creepy uncle or the pedophile gym teacher you had growing up. This man is a downright fiend. Look at that face. Just look at that face. That's the face of a cool guy that tongue fucks his sister with no shame. Just look at how satisfied he is with himself. So this guy's real name is Chris, and he seems to like to fuck his sister, so I'm guessing his last name is Lannister. And as you can see, nothing is off limits when it comes to getting YouTube views. Now, it's debated if this is real or not since all of his shit's fake, but this one has some, like, proof that it's his real sister, kind of. I don't really care. It's a weird clickbait anyway to really bank on the incest community. There's a cardinal rule when it comes to incest porn. It's not incest porn if the sound's off, then it's just porn. And I think that's what Chris is kind of banking on. I really don't know. The man's a fucking delusional madman. But what I want to really talk about is his behavior on Twitter. This guy is absolutely fucking pathetic. So it all started a couple days ago with this tweet targeting Ethan, because Ethan's made a lot of videos about him insulting his shit, and I guess on this day something just snapped in him like the fucking Winter Soldier, and he called Ethan out to a boxing match, which was declined, so then he went to a chess match, which is quite a big jump from boxing to chess. You might as well have just challenged him to a great tea party. Not exactly the most stunning or brave of tweets or anything like this, but it got kind of big because Ethan responded to it, and then I saw it, so I went to his Twitter, and his fucking bio says professional fighter 8-0. I don't know if I believe this. I'm guessing he's beating his opponents by making out with them until they get too erect and ejaculate and just collapse from exhaustion. I don't know what his strategy is, because this doesn't seem like a fighter. This is definitely more of a lover. This man's like a fucking vampire of lips. This man needs them to survive. He's always sloppily kissing an actress he's paid. So I'm guessing he's transferred that strategy to the octagon. I don't know, I haven't checked out any of his fights on Pornhub yet. So when I saw this, it piqued my interest, and I kind of kept up with the Twitter drama, and it really was revealed how pathetic and sad this man is. A response from Chaos Silencer, you need to go to college to be smart, and then Chris responds, reread my statement, your reply is a logical fail. I would know because I scored a 174 on the LSAT, which got me into Northwestern Law after graduating with top honors from UC Berkeley. BTW, the LSAT is an exam in logic. This shit is like straight off of a copy pasta. I wish he had continued. I was expecting another tweet like an hour later. Oh, and also I graduated top of astronaut camp with over a 5,000 parameter index interstellar point score, which has never been done. That blew Neil Armstrong's scores out of the water by over 4,000 points. I am quite literally out of this world. You are beneath me. I was expecting more from Chris. If he was going to go on this copy pasta route, I wish he had committed a bit harder. When I saw this response, I couldn't help but retweet with comment, which isn't something I usually do. So I said, you fucking idiots don't even realize he also graduated at the top of the Navy SEALs with over 500 confirmed kills. Even more impressive, he's made out with his sister over 1,000 times. No, you know, not the biggest zinger I've ever had, no doubt, but I thought it was enough to at least get a response from Chris, which it didn't. Chris is obviously very careful with the fights he chooses, which is why he's 8-0 against the middle school marching band that he's brutalizing. So he didn't respond to me, but he did go on even further into his delusions. He made 2 tweets making it an open challenge to anyone in a chess tournament for $100,000, but no one cares about him, so no one responded to it. I think his attempt was to get more people talking about him, but it didn't work because nobody cares about Chris, except for Ethan to make a couple jokes because Chris is just a punching bag. And then when it seemed like he wasn't getting anything more out of the exchanges, he made this tweet, and this is why I think he's probably the saddest man on YouTube. You see that magic? This brand deal wanted to pay me $25,000, but they said my Twitter impressions were low compared to YouTube and Instagram. Boom! I engineered this and played you for fools. Daddy's got his check now. No, you don't, Chris. How does that make any sense to anyone that's not 5 years old? Man, we'd really like to give you $25,000 for nothing, but your Twitter impressions are low, and they're super low, Chris. You get like 9 likes a tweet. Better luck next time, Chris. Pump up those rookie numbers, pussy boy. How does that make any sense? What kind of brand goes to Chris offering $25,000, but his impressions were low, so they take it away? He didn't even do a brand deal. He didn't do anything. Why did they give him $25,000 if he didn't promote a brand? Are they just giving $25,000 to anyone that can get 500 retweets? That's fucking silly. It obviously didn't happen, Chris. No one believes that happened. And he goes on further into his ruse, his pathetic shell. He says, thanks invaders, my brand deal confirmed a nice bonus due to these awesome Twitter stats, and I've never even promoted my Twitter from YouTube once. Then he shows the 2.5 million impressions. Chris, why the fuck would someone give you $25,000 if you didn't even promote their brand? That's not a brand deal, you goddamn Cro-Magnon fucking troglodyte idiot. That no one believes this because it didn't happen. Plus, at 2.5 million impressions, who is going to give you $25,000? That's low on the internet in this modern day standards. This didn't happen. You're just looking for any excuse for your lunacy, for your fucking senile actions over the day, but you were too proud to remove the tweets because you're a fucking idiot. This is the saddest shit I think I've seen from a pathetic YouTuber, and there's so many pathetic YouTubers, but this really took the cake because it's so blatantly obvious that he's just making this shit up as he's tearing up behind his keyboard. And what kind of fucking brand would even work with Chris? Someone peddling incest porn out of the back of a garbage truck? What kind of brand would want to work with a guy whose videos are making out with his sister for views? It didn't happen. You're not getting paid for shit. Maybe you're getting ad revenue from the video. I could believe that. But I don't think Gillette's coming to you for the best a man can get, fucking his sister. I don't think that's happening. And certainly not at $25,000 for starting Twitter drama. Just absolutely ridiculous. I wanted to just make something about this because this is the saddest shit I've seen from a YouTuber. And a lot of YouTubers do some pathetic sad shit, but this took the cake. I wanted to make this earlier, but I decided let's let it sit for a little bit and see if Chris has any more tricks up his sleeve, any more big brand deals in the making. But unfortunately, he has not delivered. I can't wait for Chris's next video where he butt fucks his sister for views. I'm looking forward to it, Chris. Keep up the great work, man. Keep crying on Twitter. Fuck yeah, man. See ya. Often during streams I'm asked who I think the worst YouTuber on the site is, and typically I'll default to saying Rice Gum because he's a massive insufferable douchebag and his content is about as much fun to watch as watching your grandfather bare ass sit onto a cactus while he has a hemorrhoid. But objectively speaking, I don't think he's the worst YouTuber on the site. He's certainly still my least favorite, but I think I found the worst YouTuber that this site has to offer, so let's go ahead and dive in. This channel's name is Inane Productions, and it's so generic it makes Nickelback look like rock and roll pioneers. This channel is a scientific anomaly that challenges our very understanding of the basic particles of the universe. Now, he makes the same video every time. Every video is exactly the same, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration, like, oh, he pumps out the same type of content. He makes the exact same video every single time, just with one detail changed. He says the exact same things verbatim in every single video, regardless of what the video's title is. He does the exact same things. It's all so incredibly formulaic, and nothing changes from video to video, except the very end where he changes the scare. It's exactly like those children channels that spit out, just fucking vomit out the Finger Family videos hourly where they change one thing about it, like maybe one visual on the screen and then upload it. His channel is that, but for generic shitty clickbait and trends.
If I spin this fidget spinner on this mini mouse, or just on this mini mouse for 5 seconds, you guys have to smash the like button. Dear guys, let's do this. 3, 2, 1, let's do this. 1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna go ahead and spoil the shocking plot twist here. He does manage to successfully spin that fidget spinner for more than 5 seconds, so now you're contractually obligated to smash that motherfucking like button for him. Now I know what you're thinking, this must have been made in 2017. Well, it wasn't. This was uploaded today, July 30th, 2018. Now let's go ahead and watch the intro to a video uploaded a few months ago where he did the same thing with Thanos. Don't FaceTime Thanos at 3 a.m. And in this kid's defense, that's probably just generally good advice. You don't want to be FaceTiming Josh Brolin at 3 a.m. He'll have you spitting teeth out of your dick hole.
If I spin this fidget spinner on this Thanos ring for 5 seconds, you guys have to smash the like button.
And that right there is how he starts every single video he's ever made. It's an amazing circus stunt that he's able to perform here. I have no doubt that this talented fidget spinning man will soon be one of the headliners in Las Vegas for this act of his. But now the question on no one's mind, where does he go from here? Let's find out.
Boom, now guys have to smash the like button.
Wanna join my free gift cards giveaway? Subscribe to my channel, like the video, and turn notifications on. And finally, tell me on the comment section that you subscribe.
Bingo, bango, bongo. I bet you didn't expect this video to go from super shitty and uncomfortable to watch to actual scam. It's a literal crime. You're not allowed to host fake giveaways. It's an actual felony to do that. So what he's doing is breaking the law because there's no winners for these giveaways. It's not just a trivial YouTube rule he's breaking here, akin to running down the hallway without your hall pass to take a tinkle in the urinals and the hall monitor catches you and says, hey, that's not good. It's a literal law, an actual felony to host a fake giveaway. So he's breaking a law, and he is also breaking a YouTube rule, but for some reason, he's done this in every single video, and he has still not had his channel taken down yet. But the most disgusting part about this scam is the way he delivers it, too. He makes it as creepy as possible, like it was some type of found footage shit in a snuff film or some dark web shit that you accidentally stumble upon and it keeps you awake at night. He gets right up into the mic and he whispers it. If you want to join my gift card giveaway, send me pictures of you flexing your asshole.
Brand new video, another banger. Guys, on today's video, we have a really insane video, alright? Minnie Mouse is like the girl version of Mickey Mouse, alright guys? It is like so creepy. For those who don't know who's Minnie Mouse, I'll put the picture right over, guys. Look at this. So this is Minnie Mouse, alright guys? It's the girl version of Mickey Mouse, alright guys? I know everyone knows who's Mickey Mouse, and I think everyone knows who's Minnie Mouse, the girl version of Mickey Mouse, alright?
Oh, shit, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that one there. Who exactly is Minnie Mouse? He only said it 6 times there to pad for time in the 10-minute video. Might have to rewind so I can catch it again. He just really let that one slide under there. I didn't know who Minnie Mouse was, and now I may never know because I didn't get to catch him the first 100 fucking times he says it.
That's what happens, guys, alright? But before this video starts, you guys know what to do. Boom, go follow me on both on social medias, guys. It's all on screen right now. So follow me on there for a chance to get a shout out every video, guys, like this.
Alright guys, this is how to get an Instagram shout out, alright guys? So first make sure to follow me on my Instagram.
The first 3 minutes of every single one of his videos is basically just an advertisement for all of his social media and scams. And he makes them so incredibly creepy. For some reason, he records like the footage of the Instagram and Snapchat shit and the giveaway scams as if he's locked in a basement held at gunpoint to read the script, and he's given like a really shitty walkie-talkie to read it into. It just sounds disgusting, as if I'm listening to someone fart underwater while also a tornado is hitting above the water, so you can hear that in the background too as ambient noise. It's just fucking insulting to hear it on my ears, and it's just downright uncomfortable.
51 comments. Yo, you guys are so insane. And then I just went in the comment section and I'm just going to shout out to you guys, alright? So make sure to comment more for a more chance to get a shout out, alright? So now I'm just gonna scroll down. If you guys see your name, just screenshot it. Eshkere.
I'm gonna save you the misery of sitting through this because it is 1 minute and 30 seconds of an uninterrupted montage of him scrolling through his Instagram comments. And they just copy and pasted comments. He has maybe 4 active Instagram followers, but each one of them leaves about 200 comments each to compete in his fake giveaways. It's pathetic, and it's sad, and I have no doubt that he operates a couple of those accounts to inflate his comment numbers as well. But man, this guy wasn't lying. He is back with another banger, some savage hot fucking fire out here. Don't let your girlfriend or wife watch this man, because they will get pregnant just from looking at his beauty. And if they see his Instagram comments, shit bro, you just lost your girlfriend and wife.
Smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and turn on post notification to be on notification squad, guys. And before this video starts, you know what time it is?
This one's my fault. I should have known what time it was. It's more dubstep time. So we're 4 minutes into the video. 4 or 5 minutes, I don't remember, and I don't feel like looking again, but somewhere in that ballpark. And he has still not even gotten to the point of the video or done anything that relates to the title. All of it is just padding for time to reach 10 minutes. And he does this exact same routine, exactly the way you're seeing it here, in every single one of his videos. It is a carbon copy. Each single fucking video. And there's so much dubstep in each video that you will be shitting out wub wub bubbly bub boo 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 beats. It is fucking putrid. It is the most disgusting content on the site. And it's so fucking scummy too, because not only does he do a fake giveaway, but he wastes everyone's time with these horrible dance breaks and Instagram scrolls. I don't understand at all how this is even allowed to be on here. A, because he's breaking rules by doing the fake giveaway and laws. And B, how the fuck has he not been chased off the site? Who watches this? Who actually sits there and awaits each upload so that way they can watch his dance times and his fidget spinning on top of erect penis time? And I don't know who would ever find this content entertaining. The obvious answer is always kids, but what kind of kid has the patience to keep watching the same video every single time? And it's not like this is a charismatic or entertaining guy. He doesn't tell jokes. He doesn't do anything except beg you to smash the like button and subscribe, ring the bell, enter in his fake giveaway, and then send him pictures of your fucking flaccid asshole.
I just came into WhatsApp and Minnie Mouse is actually here. You look at this, guys, Minnie Mouse. I just saved their name and then her profile picture just showed up. There's like no way, guys, this is so insane. Look, guys, I'm just gonna open it. Oh my god, look at this, guys, it is actually Minnie Mouse.
Well, I'm convinced.
She's sending me the mouse emoji too. Yo, I'm gonna say, is this actually Minnie Mouse?
That's a bulletproof strategy. He wants to confirm it's the real Minnie Mouse by asking her straight up. Gotta make sure it's not a child predator or sex offender or anything like that. But hey kid, if it's not too much to ask for, I don't mean to interrupt dance time, playtime, nap time, whatever the fuck else kind of breaks you take in this video, but could you please clean off your camera here in this shot? It's very blurry. You got a little semen left on it.
Wait, you'll see. Oh my god, guys. He just said, wait, you'll see. Look at this. She's oh my god. She's FaceTiming me, guys. There's like no way. Look at this. Like Minnie Mouse is actually FaceTiming me. Yo, this is like creeping me out, guys. Look. Minnie Mouse.
Listening to this man speak is like listening to a record player keep skipping and looping the same shit over and over again. It's like when your Netflix starts to drop connection so it goes back a couple of milliseconds so you keep hearing the same things back and forth. That's exactly what his videos are. He repeats himself as many times as possible to keep padding for time. What a goddamn hero.
Wait, who's that? Who's laughing? I can't say it.
I already know who you are. I think I'm going to visit you.
No, please. Minnie Mouse, no, I don't want you to visit me.
And cut. That was a fucking great take right there. Stellar acting. Let's go ahead and move on to the next scene. Your lines for this one will be, oh, hi, Mark. The room's gonna be a big hit, kid, and you're the star. You're fucking nailing it out here. Your delivery is second to none.
Guys, Minnie Mouse said she wants to visit me. Like, I don't even want to see her again. Yo, like, Minnie Mouse said she want to visit me, but I don't want to see her. Yo, there's like no way, guys. Like, there was a creepy guy talking, and then it was Minnie Mouse, alright, guys?
Oh, thank God. Thank you for the plot summary. I zoned out there for a minute, and I must have missed some crucial details, but luckily you were there to repeat it to me a couple of times. That way I was sure to remember what had just happened a few seconds prior. Like a little 24 flashback, a previously on type deal. I respect that. Very great work. I'm guessing this kid just expects everyone who clicks on his videos to have their eyes closed during it because he just constantly tells you what you just saw.
No way, guys, it's insane. At the beginning, he said, hey. I said, hey, who is this? He said, Minnie Mouse. And then a creepy guy just started laughing like out of nowhere, alright, guys? And then I said, wait, who is that? Who's laughing? And then he said, who are you? I said, I'm not going to tell you who I am. I'm sorry. And then he said, I already know who you are. And then he started laughing. And then Minnie Mouse came. And then he said, I think I'm going to visit you. And at the end as well, he said, I'm going to visit you again. Yo.
Okay, alright, yeah, I was able to follow all that. Okay, I think we're all up to speed now. So what we just witnessed has now also just been summarized for us here. So you can either use the Clip Notes version that he's giving, or you can go back and watch it again for yourself.
Oh my god. Yo, there's no way, guys. Oh my gosh, she looks so creepy. Minnie Mouse. Yo, why is my camera shaking? Yo, Minnie Mouse. Oh my god. You guys, look, it's actually the real Minnie Mouse. Oh my god. How did you came here? What the, oh my god. You guys. Over here, right, guys? So once you did a big thumbs up if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and turn on the post notification to be on notifications, guys. Oh my god.
Well, I'm not sleeping tonight. Jesus Christ. Did you see that? And did you see her at the end too when he was going through his 9th time of telling you to subscribe, like, and check out his Instagram so you can send him nudes? You saw Minnie Mouse behind him, right? Like, I'm not going insane. Like, that shit was real. Yo, guys, that was holy fuck. Man, let's check out his Thanos one. Let's go ahead and see if there's any similarities between the two.
Join my free gift cards giveaway, subscribe to my channel, like the video.
I'm just gonna scroll down. If you guys see your name, just screenshot it. Let's go.
To be on notification squad, guys, and we are just gonna be calling Thanos. Yo, Thanos, please stop it. You look so creepy. Yo, and he doesn't focus on him. Yo, look, guys, it's actually Thanos.
So we got to hit the fake gift card giveaway, the 5-second fidget spinning like blood oath that you take, the Instagram scrolling for a couple minutes, the dance break, the repeating yourself, and then eventually FaceTiming Thanos. And when we get to the big reveal where he's using the backpack stickers on a popsicle stick, you couldn't even get the camera in focus, so it just looks like a giant purple dick that's waving around over there, as if Barney was on the other side of the wall with a huge boner slapping it around. Some real spooky shit you've seen here today, but I hope I didn't scare you all too bad by showing you this, but I think I showed you the worst YouTuber on the site, objectively speaking. See ya. What's up everybody, it's Critical. I'm making this to say that I'm sorry. I was wrong. I fucked up. Last year, T. Martin made an apology video where he almost kind of apologized for scamming 8-year-olds into wasting money on his shit-ass CSGO website, and I called it the worst apology video that could have ever been made, and I was wrong. Because Social Repos has blown that shit out of the water with this new humdinger here. So this man right here who looks like Marilyn Manson's asshole is a YouTuber by the name of Social Repos, and he was dating another YouTuber named Jacqueline Glynn, and he cheated on her, and obviously she's very upset, so she made a video about the whole situation to update people, and that prompted him to make his own response to it, and it's fucking abysmal. I'm not going to make the bold claim I did last year and say it's the worst that could be ever given on this site, but damn, you're going to have a hard time topping this one. You've got your work cut out for you if you're trying to make a bad apology this year.
Yeah, I fucked up. I'm definitely going to lose some fans. I'm going to lose some friends. But there's two sides to every story. I wouldn't really call this a defense.
Yeah, you're right. This can't be a defense because there's no way you could defend yourself here. But that doesn't stop him from trying. He's out here looking like the Joker about to deliver a monologue. You want to know how I got this gonorrhea?
So I guess I would like to explain some things. All the brutal graphic details that she explained to everyone. So I'd like to give some very descriptive details of my own. Not to slander Jacqueline or anything, just to kind of, I guess, give you a deeper context.
But why? How could having a deeper understanding of the context provide any type of justification for the cheating? I doubt it was some type of heroic sacrifice where the girl you fucked had a bomb in her pussy that would destroy the city if you didn't defuse it by sticking your cock in there. It really just seems like he's doing this out of spite because Jacqueline went into such brutal detail as he described, so he kind of just did this to try and throw some shit at her that would make her look kind of bad. He actually even deleted her comment on this video. I don't know entirely what the comment said, I just saw a picture of it and I only got a little snippet, but it was her kind of disproving some of the points he's about to make. And naturally, if you're making an apology to someone, the next logical step is then to remove that comment from the person you're apologizing to really let them know that you're sorry.
I do deeply regret it.
Honestly, some pretty shitty acting from him during this arc of the anime. It sounds like some House of the Dead 2 voice acting here.
It kind of was a classic case of social media, showing the best parts of your relationship on social media, so everyone thinks everything's just peaches and roses all the time, and it's just not. It's a lie. We were happy, but there's obviously a dark side to everything, clearly.
I truly have no idea what point he was trying to make with this here. Oh, just a classic case of us showing the best parts. None of you had any ideas I was actually cheating on her behind her back. Just a classic case of one of those things, you know?
Because I did cheat on her, just like I did my ex-girlfriend, which everyone knows about because of our best friend.
I don't really see what there is to giggle about there. Oh, ha ha ha, you guys remember when I did this last time? Thanks to our best friend that blew that case wide open. Ha ha ha, classic best friend. Yeah, I betrayed a lot of people. Ha ha ha.
I met Jacqueline, and she was perfect. She was an atheist. I don't know, she cared so much about me and just everything that I did, and I did care about her. And I don't know, everything just made sense.
I cut a few things out here, but it really served no purpose. I don't even see why he would talk about it unless he was really trying to stretch this video past 10 minutes for ad revenue, which would be an incredibly douchebaggy thing to do, but I wouldn't put it by modern YouTube creators. What he was saying is he vowed never to have another public relationship since he cheated on his last girlfriend, but then he met Jacqueline, obviously had a public relationship, and he also talked about another promise he made a while back where he said he would never ever cheat on anyone ever again, and he was wrong. Just like my father when he said I would be 6'5" when I grew up. My dad is 6'5", my mother is 5'2", so luckily I split the fucking difference and I'm 5'6", so I'm really short for a 23-year-old man, and it really fucking sucks. Why couldn't I be 6 foot, Dad? Huh? Why couldn't I at least get close to your 6'5" towering Chad height? But anyway, I love this line from Social Repos. She was perfect. She was an atheist. What a low bar of entry to being perfect in this man's eyes. In this moment, I am euphoric because girl atheism. Yippee. Fucking, I don't know anything about these two, and I'm sure Jacqueline's a great girl for a lot more than just being an atheist. I imagine there's gotta be a lot more to somebody to make them perfect than just being a fucking atheist. But for some reason, this man cares so little about her, he couldn't think of any more good qualities other than her atheism. That's just fucking sad, really.
And she kind of took me on with the thought that she could fix me, and that, you know, there's a lot of good parts that she saw in me. And you know, I commend her for that, but at the same time, you know, everyone did warn her, and
what an ironclad defense, fucking bulletproof. Jacqueline, you knew what you were getting into. People warned you. You should have expected this from me. You knew this was going to happen. You shouldn't have been surprised. You knew I was going to put my small pee-pee into other lady buttholes. This shouldn't have come as a surprise. This is your fault. It's incredible. He kind of just blames her for this whole thing happening. You should have expected it. This was going to happen, and people told you.
unbalance in the relationship even early on, which terrified me, and I could never bring it up to her. All the way, we dated for 11 months, and I could never talk to her about it just because I was so afraid, because she got so attached to me so quickly. She was just, it's almost like she just, after month 2 or 3, she was like ready to settle down with me and ready to get a house, and it just seemed so perfect. And I was like, what are you doing? What do you...
From the comment Jacqueline left, the snippet I saw, this is the part she was disproving. Apparently this wasn't a thing that happened. It was him that brought up the idea of moving in together or some shit. It doesn't really matter either way who's right or wrong on that subject, because this point is just moot. It serves absolutely no purpose in this video. It looks like this man's skin is about to fall off of his fucking body here. He's like a reptilian shedding here. His flaky, dry skin, I think he's suffering from extreme psoriasis or something, but this man needs some moisturizer ASAP. His face just must be made out of paper mache, and it's starting to crack now.
I just would like to say that I'm sorry to anyone that looks up to me or that follows me.
Well, I'm glad you've apologized to the misguided teenagers that for some reason think you're a good role model. That's very nice of you. How about an apology to Jacqueline? At no point throughout this entire thing does he say, I am sorry for what I did, Jacqueline. I didn't hear that phrase. If you're gonna apologize, fucking apologize. Here, take some notes to any of you out there that may have fucked up and are thinking about doing a YouTube apology video. A, don't do that. And B, if you really feel so inclined, that the Lord has chosen you to make this great apology video, then do these things. Actually apologize for it. Say you fucked up and you're going to work on fixing it. Tell how you're going to work on fixing it. And again, apologize for the fucking thing that happened. This man goes on a 10-minute rant about shit that doesn't matter. The next part of this he talks about is content on his channel. Why? What is the point? The video is supposed to be an apology to Jacqueline about what happened. I cut a lot out to this point, but basically he drew the conclusion that he shouldn't be in relationships, he's not good at them. He also speculates that maybe he has a sex problem and should get help, but then says he doesn't believe in getting help. So about 9 minutes of this 10-minute video are just empty, useless words. He could have bent over and just farted into the camera for 9 minutes and it would have had the same impact of the shit he talks about in here. Fucking useless.
And it's clearly I'm a careerist. I'm so deeply entrenched in social repose just as an entity that it comes first. It comes before all my love and relationships and even family to an extent. This is my life. I've chosen it, and I put my all into it.
Oh, you poor hero. All the sacrifices you made to make mediocre YouTube content. Goddamn. My hat's off to you, social repos. If only we Cro-Magnon understood what it meant to be in your shoes, all of the women you've had to fuck behind your girlfriend's back. Damn, we would have so much more appreciation for the art you create here. You certainly are an expert careerist by cheating on a YouTube personality that's pretty fucking big, and then taking all of this negativity to your channel, losing a lot of subs. Man, you've really got careerism figured out, social repos. Take notes out there, any up-and-comers. This man's got it down to a science.
I'm a little hurt that she kind of broadcasted everything. I'm not hurt that she talked about the cheating. I knew she would have to talk about that at some point, but to go into such graphic detail feels a little unnecessary. But it's out there, so.
Oh damn, now I feel bad. He's hurt that she talked about it to such an extent. I mean, there was a set amount that he was okay with and that he would have given his blessing to, but to go past that, That's a bit disrespectful, Jacqueline. You really hurt his feelings with this. I hope you understand. And honestly, he made such a convincing argument. I'm convinced he's the victim in all this. Jacqueline made it all public, and it really hurt his reputation.
Yeah, I guess I'm sorry. I'm sorry I let you guys down. I'm going to do better. I'm going to make more art and more music, and if you don't want to follow me anymore because you think I'm a shitty person, or because I'm disgusting, or because you can't stand the thought of ever watching me again because of what I did to Jacqueline, I can't make you stay, but I promise you I'll do better with my videos and my content, and I'm
Once again, just apologizing to the audience that found out, not to Jacqueline, but at least he's promising to do better with his content, so I'm looking forward to his Minecraft Let's Plays that he's going to steer towards. And yeah, just overall an absolutely atrocious apology here. I cut a lot out, but there was a big rant about the content on his channel and how he was unsatisfied with it, so at least he understood what the big issue here, which was his content starting to slip up, not the cheating. That was just secondary. It's really all about the content, but he's promising to do better content, so yeah, that's about it. This guy seems like a big douchebag to me. So yeah.